the house of a child of God.
Of sorrow.
Look how hard you worked for the devil.
And I'm
Look how loyal you was to
this
the
old
devil.
wide
What
world.
did you get in return?
Oh,
You know it's a long road, fight for a code that be half dead. And what with the signs showed, so many sheep that be half fed. So many things in the top of the mind that be putting your boy in a hit list. Rooted in pitfalls, but am I a viable witness? Stuck in a mire, high on the fire, alive in my vein like electrical wire. Eye on that wide angle, hand in the heart of the fire. So that the whipping is cracking again, but why we be clapping for them? Lying in wait for the Lord's hand, but on the ring it's a cracked gem.
What? Right in the brain, cook better than the people full of shame. What? Got picture on a 10. Y'all ain't really get the living that I'm in. My mind so bitchin', my bar so hitting. My life I ride to the sky unsealing. I'm fine, they pinning, I shine, they meaning. My pain I hold to the pride still winning. Fuck them up, crack his jaw. Fuck them up, crack his jaw. Bring the mic, break the mold. I'm him, where are y'all? Fuck them up, crack his jaw. Fuck them up, crack his jaw. Fuck the coat, where your bros? I'm him, where are y'all?
Cooped up in a laboratory, got planes in the mix, not a happy story. Got a bag full of tricks and it's mandatory. Don't trip, don't slip, they might crack it for it. Gee whiz, I'm back, peep this, new pack. I'm better, got swag, I lean, I lag. I'm better, I'm bigger, I'm meaner. In fact, hold on. Turn up the sirens, if they wanna slide and get violent. I got it dialed in. With me, it's whatever, tell me what we doing, bruh. I'm feeling stupid, bruh. Like, fuck it, I'll burn all these bridges and boot the dust. I mean to be rude to ya. Sorry, but my education from Jupiter. Yeah. Close to crashing, I'm in action. Need my fraction, need my dollars, need my cents. Not for fashion, not for power, not for flexing. I'm a boring little shit. Step to me, you guaranteed to shrugging this. I hope you bite your upper lip. Listen to me, I know you not, but I could jog the marathon around the
Fuck them
clip.
up, crack his jaw. Fuck them up, crack his jaw. Bring the mic, break the mold. I'm him, where are y'all? Fuck them up, crack his jaw. Fuck them up, crack his jaw. Fuck the coat, where your bros? I'm him, where are y'all?
Hello.
Ooh.
Welcome.
Here we are again.
Here we go again on our own. Who sings that?
Whitesnake?
Yeah, Whitesnake. Shout out Whitesnake. As if
Shout
I
out.
listen to them frequently or something.
What was that song for? I think it's like, is it Wedding Crashers or Old School? One of them like has some guy going down a car, like a old 70s hot rod. Here I go, getting on my own. He like goes off a fucking bridge and then dies, and then they're all at the funeral.
Was it Old School? It might have been.
I think it was Old School. Yeah.
Classic.
Well, we're back again. It is the Wednesday show where we listen to music from our subscribers and we enjoy it with pleasurable smiles on our faces. Then we give hearts and all those other amazing things.
Hearts, smiley face emojis, the emoji with like sunglasses if you're just swagging out. It's all of them.
Do you think that we should do like those people do on TikTok where they like lick the screen and shit and make little gestures every time people drop emojis in the chat?
I think you should do that. I'll be here to keep you honest and be like, oh, there was another licky face. Do the action dice.
If you or I ever resort to that, I gotta shut this all down. Like the shit's cooked at that point.
Oh man. What was it? There was some cringe TikTok where a guy was like hot dog emoji. He had to go hot, and it's just hot dog, and just
Yeah. Like that's when I knew TikTok wasn't for me. I'm like, okay, you got a guy basically doing the Gawk 3000 just for like tips. Nah, we're not about that.
Yeah, we might be sluts for your tips to skip in front of the line and listen to your music immediately, but that's as far as we go so far.
Yeah.
That's our limitation. Like, you give us some money to listen to your music, sure, but making little gawk motions, not gonna happen. Not finna clip.
We still got our dignity so far.
Fallen Dub, yeah. If you resub, you'll get re-access to the subscriber queue. So if you want to rejoin the membership on YouTube, you're more than welcome to. It's actually, I got it automated now, so it should work just like Twitch, where I just dropped the Twitch link in the Twitch chat, ironically. So I saw shout out Ray Stans for gifting a sub to Jay Light. So Jay Light, if you link your Twitch account to your Discord account, you'll be right in there in the subscriber queue. You'll get a chance to drop your track in there for us to listen to tonight.
Shout out Stay Rands.
Yeah, Stay Rands. Oh, man. What a week. It feels like this week has taken forever to progress to Wednesday. And I don't know why.
Honestly, I blinked and the week was already half done. But every day is my Saturday. So,
dude, is it okay? I know summers are inherently longer, but is it me, or is the fucking sun out way longer than it ever has been in our lives? Because I feel like I wake up at like, even if I wake up at like 6:30, the sun is rising. And the sun doesn't fucking set until like 9 o'clock here. And I'm like, what happened to the nighttime I used to love?
Well, them liberal Democrat cucks like to call that global warming. I call it magic, sky magic.
I was hoping this would like spin into some scientific discussion of the Earth is closer to the sun, or the tilt is like slightly different. But okay, liberal Democrats got it.
Nah, fucking chemtrails make sun go farther. And fucking Barack Obama and his Jewish space lasers makes the sun hurt me personally.
Shout out chemtrails. Nothing like waking up in the morning, going outside, getting a nice stretch in, and then sniffing some chemtrails. Fresh from the crop duster from that farm that's across the street from your neighborhood that's about to be bulldozed just to build 500 houses in one square block.
I mean, get to know your neighbors, right? Make some new friends. Maybe get into pickleball. These are all benefits for urbanization.
Do you know more than two of your neighbors, like on a personal level?
Fuck no. In fact, I try to avoid my neighbors. I try to avoid them. My neighbor, I think I said this before on the stream, but my neighbor stopped my girlfriend on her way into the house and said, "Hey, why don't girls wear skirts anymore?" And she's like, I don't know. Bye.
Valid question. Valid question to somebody you know on a personal level. Strange question to ask to random person you may never talk to again.
Is it even a valid question for people you know?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll ask somebody.
Next time we see Nikki.
Hold on. What's the exact wording? Why don't girls wear skirts anymore?
Why don't girls wear skirts anymore?
Hold on. Let me drop this into somebody's inbox right now.
If Gray Baby comes and redeems the D-Bird, tell me what to text my friend. That will be the message.
Why don't girls wear skirts anymore? All right. I will let you know what this nice young lady, who I call a friend, responds with, and hijinks will commence.
Perfect.
10 gifted for Dyson a skirt. I will refund that so fast. Swear to God. Oh, she responded like right fucking away. They do! Exclamation mark.
Yeah, right? That is the answers. They do. But it's also not 1950s, so there's other things too. Pretty sure she was wearing like spandex. So basically it's like, I see your butt is what that means from my
Definitely. How do you donate through Twitch? Donate what? Are you trying to gift a sub? Are you trying to tip? What you trying to do? What do you got in mind, unit? Because there is a gift sub button that I believe is on the Twitch interface where you can gift a sub. If you just want a straight up tip, hit the exclamation mark tip, and then that will pop up. I believe that goes through PayPal. You guys have PayPal in Europe. Yeah. What are you trying to do? Does that answer your question? I think so. All right, I got more context. Depends on which kind of gal and what kind of skirts. When she worked, had to dress more, was into pencil or midi skirts. Not sure what a midi skirt is. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
mini.
supposed to mini, but D is very far from in. I might have a follow-up question for that one.
Has a skirt where you plug a bead into it.
Outside of that, I wear maxi skirts because of my skin. Short skirts and dresses are high maintenance. You have to fidget or keep pulling it down. Super annoying. I'm getting the whole dictionary here. Your neighbor is a fucking moron. Should have asked somebody he knew on a personal level. See, that's all it takes.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
That's
tips are
why
rolling.
I don't talk to my neighbor.
You shut down my follow-up question, so fair point, Bird. I will leave it alone. All right. Shout out Unit for the tip. Shout out to Fallen Dove for the resub. No shout out to Sully for trying to coerce me into wearing a skirt of some sort.
Mm.
Potential band member there. Think about
Banhammer.
What else happened? Oh yeah, Ozzy Osbourne kicked the bucket. Was that yesterday?
Dead. Yep.
Yesterday.
And get this. Wait. Yeah, it was yesterday. Get this. Again, my girlfriend. I've got one. She goes to a different school. No big deal. I promise. She goes to the other school. It's great. Her coworker was like, yeah, I heard that he didn't. So how is one supposed to know? She's like, didn't believe the news and was kind of like, well, I heard he didn't. So
That's exactly how propaganda starts. It's like,
Dude.
I heard you eat feces. Okay, you can just say things like that, and it just bubbles up into the news.
Yep. That's what I heard.
That is exactly how Donald Trump just says whatever the fuck he wants. Like, hey, guy, we have this evidence of all these things. He's like, that's wrong. It's such and such, and everybody's like, okay.
That's the part that I don't get is we go from what to okay. Yeah, like one quick Google search can show you like, oh, this shit's real. There's like 1,000 websites saying RIP, rock god, oh my gosh, no. And then maybe one like mother tree, like, but is he?
Maybe he's in Cuba with Tupac.
Yeah. So RIP to a legend. I will say Crazy Train, great on Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Fun one to play. Black Sabbath, I think I got their cassette when I was in like 4th grade, and I was like, ooh, I shouldn't have this. Feeling all devious. And that is my Ozzy Osbourne experience.
I mean, I don't know any Ozzy songs by name, but I know of a few, like, once I hear them and they get playing. I don't know. Celebrity deaths are strange to me because all of a sudden we go from not talking about an individual to like, oh my God, I'm so distraught and heartbroken. This person was my whole world. And like, you haven't even mentioned this person in like 8 years. What are you talking about? Like, I could understand if I was just having a conversation with somebody like last week about Ozzy, and then it's like, oh shit, yo, so-and-so just passed. But like literally nothing in the news about Ozzy Osbourne, even though like literally a week ago he just ended a tour. I had heard nothing about it until he passed away. So I mean, not to be disrespectful, but it's just weird to me when these things happen and all of a sudden everybody's like distraught. Like, no, you're not.
Well, talking about timing, it is kind of crazy because he was doing like that tour, like that one last tour. And I saw a clip from 2 weeks ago. Somebody was gifting him like a wooden cross or something. And he was like, oh, thank you. But like he was just up on stage 2 weeks ago. And now here you are. A big shout out to Iron Man, though. That song fucks.
I saw Ray posted a clip of his last show. And I don't know, it looked kind of like decrepit to me. It's like he's sitting down, he's hardly like holding a note, and I'm like, this is entertainment? How much did you guys pay for those tickets? That's weird. Dude. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I feel like I should post this in the Reddit, am I the asshole? hey guys, Ozzy Osbourne just passed yesterday, and I just can't bring myself to care. Am I the asshole?
Yes, you are. Speaking of decrepit rock stars, this is terrible, but I also saw like a sad cringe on Reddit where it's like, who's propping up this corpse to make him continue to do this? And it was Frankie Valli from the Jersey Boys, and like he's not even lip syncing anymore. He's up there with his mouth wide open, holding a microphone to his open mouth and kind of just moving left and right like a animatronic from Disney World. And it's like surrounded by like 20 to 30 somethings who are like filling in all the actual acoustics. Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I get farewell moments. I would almost rather, it's like we talked about the Yin Yang twins. Like, I don't need to see 50-year-old Yin Yang twins telling me to the window, to the wall, to the sweat drip down my balls. Like, I would almost rather them just be like, hey, let me play you some of my hit songs and just talk to you about the songs in between the sets. Like, I would much rather that experience as these artists get older than them feeling like obligated to like perform it at the same level as when they first recorded it. Because not everybody carries that same energy or the same voice. It's like, I think, and we've seen this from podcasts as well. I think people knowing the background stories and like things that you probably would never imagine happen behind the scenes have more impact on people's listening than just like singing along with the song sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
Here's a question, Dice. How long do you think Chris Brown is going to be able to get away with pulling girls on stage and like molesting them in front of their boyfriends or whoever?
You want
like,
my
at
honest
what age
answer?
does that stand?
You want my honest answer? It does not stop. It
never
goes.
stops.
It goes until he's done doing whatever he wants to do. I mean, look at
years
Usher.
old. Just
Look at Usher. Usher did the residency in Vegas, and that was the thing for a while. Is like, oh shit, you don't want Usher to walk over to where you are sitting with your girl and start singing to her, and then everybody on Twitter the next day is like, look at this fucking loser, lost his bitch to Usher. Yeah, I mean, if Chris Brown wants to consensually molest your girl on the stage, he's gonna do it until he decides I'm not touring anymore.
Fair enough. Well, we're never going to a Chris Brown or an Usher concert. That's what I've decided.
Well, sorry, Kelsey. You just got to watch from TV.
Sorry about it.
Watch it on Amazon Prime. Speaking of Amazon Prime, do you have any updates for the upcoming White Collar Rhymes documentary?
As a matter of fact, I do, Mr. Dice. I can officially announce that August 5th, our documentary that we made fucking forever ago at this point, where all of us from around the world gathered together in a mansion to record music, and hijinks ensued, dropping on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, pretty much everywhere video on demand exists. August 5th. We gonna be on TV, baby.
So if you love the community and what the community has done for you, check us out. And let your local cable television folks and on-demand providers know how much you love it so that they can pay for season 2.
5 stars only. You want to see Dice in a mask sucking the suck out of a sucker and be mean to everybody, it's there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's good.
I deserve that.
Pretty much a good summary of what happened there. You put on an evil mask, you put it to the side, you had a sucker in the whole time, probably the same one. You just ran around like, nah, that ain't it. That's not it.
That would be the ultimate. What would be your ultimate sponsorship from a brand if you had to pick one?
It's got to be Monster. Or I mean, if we're being true to myself, it'd probably be like C4 or Rain. I like them more than Monster. But I was like, I think Monster fits the vibe of me, if that makes sense.
I'm torn between like Kellogg's and Eminem and Mars because they have so many different things that I enjoy underneath those brands that I'm like, I could align myself with cereal and Pop-Tarts, or I can align myself with delicious candies that keep me from strangling coworkers throughout the work week.
Well, realistically, if we're talking brand deals, it has to be Little Caesars because I basically made a love letter to them.
Then that mine would have to be Burger King. I'll wear the crown and everything.
That makes sense. Next time
I go to Burger King, I'm gonna ask them for a crown when I go through the drive-thru. I'll wear it on the review show.
Cod skin operator for sure. That would be a dream come true.
If I live to see the day of like logging on Call of Duty and a bunch of D-birds are running around like they have Beavis and Butthead or Nicki Minaj and shit, I will lose my shit. Last thing I want to do is get lit up by some 12-year-old skinned up as D-bird.
Imagine me rage quitting because a D-bird killed me. And then he did like a ironic dab over my body. I'm like, no, fuck you.
Fucking D-bird and his sniper.
Yeah.
All right. We got several tips, so let's get to the shits. Who's up first? Who tipped first?
I think the first one I saw was Ray.
Ray has nothing in the queue.
Oh, just being a nice guy.
Being a nice guy.
You're being a nice guy.
Oh, yeah, he does. I see it now.
Okay.
All right, first up, Ray stands. After that, let me make sure I got all my shit together. I saw Fallen Dove rejoin the membership on YouTube, so got that. J Light got your tip, and Unit got your tip. All right, so we're doing it in that order. Let's rock and roll. First up, Ray stands. After that, after we get through the tips, we'll go in the regular order of things. So what we do here, listen to the songs, give it a rating 1 through 10, then give it some first-hand impressions from our POV, as the youths call it, point of view. Let you know what we think.
Pussy or vagina?
Voyeurism is popular in some foreign countries. A little known fact.
My tip was for Dove. Oh.
Okay.
Shout out Unit.
All right, shout out Unit. F us then. All right, so then we'll do Ray stands, Dove, J Light. I think that's it.
I mean, yeah, Unit can send a song in.
Unit can do whatever the hell he wants. I'll just put it like that.
Whatever.
Whatever he wants, man.
You want to draw dice in a skirt? Maybe some big old spaghetti nipples just fucking drooping down. You can.
Unit can almost do whatever he wants. There are some restrictions and limitations apply, as all the little contests that we try to win say. Restrictions apply. All right. First up, Ray stands. This is called Pickin'. What is this, Ray? Is this your submission for this round? What's going on here? You're missing an I. This is unusual for you. Usually you're very grammatically correct. Pickn.
Ooh. Dummy. Idiot.
Fool. All right. Starting off the show with some Ray stands. Let's go.
Good evening. This is Roger Mudslinger. Tonight, as a public service, SOL presents...
Mr. Breck, will you please state your full name and present address for the record, please? Speak into the microphone.
2, 3, yo. Another week out here picking up the pad again. I'd like to think that I showed up with the acumen. Another peek off the shoulders of these giants. Them jabs will lead if you throw them with the sweet science. It's brain to phone to mic to center stage. I channel hope in the flow, in the bitter rage. Like who the fuck you think you better than? Get you read again off the raw, cause I don't know no middleman. I'm trying to put the game on lock like in a figure 4. Hit that all-time stock, but I was big before. These young boys trying to act like they've been to war, but I don't do no beef on the mic, that's what a trigger for. Lay up in my face and homie, you can leave here lacerated. Every song I make, you can see I graduated. All with the greats, it's a place that you'll never go. Ball like an ace, let me see you make a better. So I creep slow, checking out the freaks in the peep show. It's every week that we pressing on the wax till it's hotter in the street. That's the facts when you mob with the elite. I'm picking you apart. I'm picking you apart. I'm picking you apart. I'm picking you apart. I'm picking picking you apart. I want them swinging hips, ladies with the painted tips, paint the colored candy, riding aimless in some famous whips. Come take a riff, my barrel smoke the faintest wisp. Go make a wish, sugar, I'ma stay and bang on this. I'm talking Wheezy, yeah, spit until you freeze to death. Run around the bases, in your faces, total season left. Now you get to see the chef, on the mic you're breathing breath. Make you wonder why you ever grabbed your keys and left. The function mine now, stacking like this pie gal, blowing up in Saigon, sipping on a dry style. And while we at it, why you on that dry route? You rap like this a tryout, like you might put your eye out. I doubt that you got what it takes. Let me catch you slipping, well homie, them's the breaks. Every week race stand, show up and raise the stakes. And you ain't gotta guess the last word, you know it's snakes. Y'all just playing with it, I be out here laying in it. Y'all sound the same, man, why can't you just say it different? I stay indifferent to the chatter of some fools. I'm too far up the ladder and I toss my bag of tools. So what's the news, what's the tea, where the noose up in the tree? As soon as we can book it, well that's where the crook could be. Take a look at me and tell me what you see. Not sure you mistook it, but I'm on my Booker T. I'm talking top 5 DOA, cracking like a Frito-Lay, rhyming like I'm Victor Vaughn, ripping like I'm Stevie Ray. I'm mad chill, but you can pay the fee today. You could never read the play, you should hit your knees and pray. To get your phonics up, switch your sonics up, do what Simon says, till your mind erupt. We supposed to shine, but you're diamond rough, and your timing bad, and your time is up. I'm picking you apart. I'm picking you apart. I'm picking you apart. I'm picking you apart. I'm picking you apart.
You're kidding.
Right, that was Ray Stans with picking you apart. What'd you think about that, Bird? Bird?
I have to go first? Okay.
Not bad. Didn't mean to startle you.
What do we do here again? It's been so long. I forget. Well, a couple things right off the bat, not to make it about me, but the first beat, I was like, oh, fuck. I just felt this huge pit in my stomach, this huge pang of guilt, because Jacob at one point was over at my house. We were listening to it. We were focused. We were making a song to that beat, and I forgot all about it. Jacob, please feel free to reach out to me at any time and be like, you're a fucking piece of shit. What the hell? Where's my verse? That's on me. I keep forgetting. So that was my first reaction. I was like, oh, fuck. I really screwed the pooch on that one. And then my second reaction was like the first beat, Ray Stans, I think for both of them, really, he should up the vocals a little bit. I think the volume just needs to be up maybe like 1.5, 2 decibels. You can hear it, but I just want it to be a little bit more present. It feels a little bit behind both beats in the mix. That being said, it feels like he's getting more comfortable. Like, I think delivery-wise, like, I can feel kind of the swag now. I can feel him settling into the pocket, kind of not relying on the same, like, cadence throughout. So I think it's definitely cool. Like, it's a good song. I liked the first half better than the second, and that just had to do with the beat. I don't know if the second one's a Nora beat as well. If it is, I'm sorry. I just don't like the second beat, personally. But I think you did your thing on both and had some interesting lines. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I'm at the same score. I liked what he did. I think he definitely feels, from what I can hear, more confident in what he's choosing to do vocally on the beats. It sounds more comfortable, and as a result, it sounds more polished. I would agree. I think the vocals, sound-wise, could be raised slightly so that it's more audible over the production. I didn't mind the second beat as much. I just felt like the second half felt like it dragged on a bit longer than the first half. I think the first half was sonically more interesting, but I think that like he did a overall solid and consistent job with both of them. I think maybe I've mentioned this like a long while ago for Ray, because he's done a lot since then, but I think one thing that I would love to hear him like do more of is like play with how he delivers, and not just, you know, rapid fire line after line. Like do some more with the delivery where you kind of like make pauses or like ask questions, like those kind of things. Like I think that you've nailed the flow consistently on like we'll call it standard operating procedure of delivery. Like you've got the baseline down. Like now do a little bit of experimentation. I know you in particular, hate the way that Kendrick's been doing his music lately, but like sometimes when you get outside of that box that you typically perform in, people seem to gravitate towards those things. So it'd be interesting to see what he does if he like steps outside of the SOP, so to speak. So I give it an 8 too. I liked it.
Sop, dude.
Yeah. You had some like, a little bit. I just want to see more of it. Like I just wanted to be a little bit more dynamic, more often and like unexpectedly. Kind of like when Passive just randomly starts singing in the middle of the song and like we hate it, but we respect it.
I was thinking of Passive too. I was like, I think there's no better example of like a versatile delivery than Passive, where it's like sometimes he plays with like the attack where he's like really soft and then comes loud and then like pause, sings in the middle of it. Get your mind out the gutter, dice. But yeah, like I think if you listen to Passive's music, it's like kind of all over the place in a jazzy way, and he makes it make sense. Experimentation can be fun, but also it's a slippery slope. Some people try to overdo it, and then you're like, just fucking tighten it up.
Yeah. All right. Next up, The Fallen Dove. Looks like this is a posse cut. The Fallen Dove, Unit, and Nuggo. Shout out to Nuggo. Haven't seen him around in a while. All right, let's see what you guys got here.
I very drunkenly talked for hours to Nuggo at one point on the VC. Cool guy.
Interesting kid. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I wish he was around a little bit more. All right, here's
watched Unit play a video game recently, and that was fun. It's like Snake.
Look at you having fun. Who'd have thought?
It's great. It's great.
You got to do something while your Achilles is torn to bits, right?
It's true. It's the only thing keeping me going is you guys.
All right, here's an Untitled Song.
Man, I just realized sometimes you need to look in the mirror and give yourself a purpose. Cause it ain't up to anyone else to wake you the fuck up in the morning. It's up to you.
I'm drowning again, and it's my choice at the bottom of a fountain, finding gold coins. But it's pointless, I'll disappoint us. What did I expect? Fights over text, argue over calls, hair and tear files. I'm sorry, sweetie, please leave me, get myself bleeding. Pain is fleeting, with drugs I'm cheating. To numb I'm feeding. Baby, it ain't your fault, but you gotta bet your top. Baby, we gone too far, I'm causing you this harm. Baby, look at my scars, they ain't your marks. So forgive yourself, please, and forget, baby. I'm good when you're good, I'm good, we understood. Calm down, you're shut, and love you like I could. We made mistakes, drunk and high sex. Want a baby to bake in your belly next. Feel like I'm floating off the lean as they cold like a fucking machine. I got no more heart, honestly, and I'm scared to be me. I don't wanna be me, but they wanna be me. Like they see me on TV and they got me screaming, cause they dragging me down. I don't wanna be around, but I gotta sing my bird sounds. I gotta sing my bird sounds.
Yeah, I'm feeling feelings as strong as the mixed feeling of pot with rock. You at the bar, I'm at the ceiling. I'm tired of concealing, fishing rod but stuck reeling the smallest fish, when all I ever wanted was the big thing. I sit alone in my room and I'm sipping psilocybin. On the side I keep a whole ounce and I'm not trying to hide it. I'm growing tired so I'm starting to light it. Got a thought inside my head then I'm starting to write it. This is poetry, the space inside my mind when I find a way to express myself. Yeah, the thing that helps is thinking of a way to clear my mind when I'm also trying to express myself. Fucking hell, I'm J. Cole on the roof, the under rules compared to elders still in school, but fuck the rules. Check the jewels, only thing that's on my chest is what I'm going through, and the necklace of the woman that I wanna go to. Yeah, I'm feeling fear of falling, cause the oxy almost ended what I thought was my calling. And the weed really got my insecurities forming, hanging out with people that will not be here in the morning. I'm not sure if I wanna be the next up in the rapping or the coffin, but I'm blessed, so I try my hardest when paving through a way that's here today, but might not be inside my next month.
Hey, I'm feeling fine today, I'm feeling fly today. Don't come outside cause I'm gon' sling that Draco sideways. I can't waste no time, I take my time and I'm gon' find a way. Lil' shorty fine, she on my mind and I can't find her waist. I don't got no time for hate, I don't got no time for snakes. I don't got no time for all that lying, get that out my face. I don't got no time for all that crying, I'm trying to pick up the pace. Speaking of pace, bitch, I need my fucking pesos. Hey, you can't compete cause I eat beats just like I'm queso. I keep a wheel of cheese on me, call that a bankroll. I can't believe these mini me's think they can see the things I see and speak the things I speak. Feel like TNT, I make the tape explode. Think I need to take it slow. Think I need to take it back to the basics and change it. Whoa. Think I need to take it back to the basics and change the flow. Then maybe I can take it slow. I just gotta get faded though. Hey, I'm trying to change the world, but I can't change. I'm trying to change the world, but I want change in pearl. I'm trying to change, but it take pain, and I can't say the words. I think I made it worse, but I still slayed my verse.
Change the world. I think I made the world worse, but hey, at least I crushed that verse I just did.
There you go.
Priorities.
Love the confidence there.
Yeah, the world sucks a little bit more now, but fuck. Did you hear that verse though?
Killed it.
What do you think, Dice?
I have several thoughts.
Mm.
Firstly, I need to apologize to Unit. He sent me this beat yesterday and was like, "Hey, we're putting the song together in voice chat. Would love for you to hop on it." I told him. I told him like he just told me the people that were working on it, but didn't share the verses that were being made. And I told him normally I'd like to hear it, but I'll think about it. I did like the beat, but I forgot what I was busy doing yesterday, but I just never got around back to it. So my bad, Unit. As far as what we have here, so Fallen Dove, I do like the energy in some parts. I still feel like the way that you're delivering, the tones just always sound slightly off for like where the beat's melody is. It's like you have this tone that you're putting in your voice that is at a different cadence than harmonizing with the beat. So I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like at some point we have to like be on, there has to be like a live session of like walking you through your delivery, because the way that you're delivering the lyrics, it feels off sonically, even if like the energy that you're putting behind it is getting better, if that makes sense. Like I respect and I see that your delivery feels a lot more calm and at least somewhat controlled, but the tones that you're using vocally, they feel off for where the beat's melody is going towards. Like you're at this level and the beat's here, and you kind of like do this vice versa thing where it's like a tug of war. And sometimes the energy is like a little bit too much when you were getting like the screaming parts, and like it just audio quality kind of like goes to shit at that point because you're like just yelling in the mic and then the mic peaks out. Unit, I think you had probably the best part of the whole song to me. I liked your flow and I liked your verse. It was pretty consistent and enjoyable to listen to. Nuggo, I liked his verse as well. However, because he basically pieced the whole thing together with multiple punch-ins, it just sounded like Frankenstein, you know, chopped on there at the end. Like it's just like punch in, punch in, punch in, punch in, punch in. And you know, I always says not that punching in is bad. It's like there's a technique to it to where it doesn't feel like pieced together. And I feel like that kind of missed the mark. And I also feel like he recorded this sitting down and not really engaged, because like I could tell like it was kind of, it didn't have the full energy that I would have liked from that delivery. And the only other thing that I would say is like at the end of each one of your verses, you kind of did this like sing-songy part. I wasn't really a big fan of that. I feel like you guys can cut off whatever singing that each one of you do at the end and get a better hook in place that's more consistent, that kind of ties everything together rather than everybody kind of do their own thing. Like Bird was saying at the end, is like, oh, well, I ruined the world, but did you hear my verse? It's like, does that really tie into what everybody else was saying? I don't know. But, you know, from a free verse perspective of everybody just kind of hopping in blindly and just laying this down, I get it. It makes sense. Where this is at overall, I'll give it a 6.5. maybe a 7 on a good day. I don't think it's bad. I just think that there are parts that could be cleaned up to like make it feel more polished. I'll give it a 7.
Covered all my bases. Shit. Ditto. Next song.
Next up.
Just kidding. What did you think of Dove's background harmonies?
I thought they were fine. I thought those were more in key than the actual verse itself.
That's the crazy part I was going to mention is like, you're not tone deaf. Like I can hear in the melodies, it's always this. I don't get it because in the background melodies, they always crush. Like your background harmonies are top tier and you sing along comfortably, like sounds good. All of the background stuff works. For whatever reason, the tones of the mains just isn't hitting in the same way. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to figure out how to kind of make some slight tweaks to hit that the way that the beat's calling for. At the same time, like Dice says, there's definitely a lot of progression I can see in this where it's like you sound more comfortable. The flow is more on, right? I think that the flow is probably better here than a lot of the other things we've heard from in the past. Where it started to break down a little bit for me was once you started kind of leaning into the singing a little bit more towards the end, but not bad. Unit definitely like showed his polish here. Like I kind of forgot, we've heard some Unit songs before and we were always like, oh yeah, it's super dope. Just maybe the quality. I didn't even really have that big of an issue with the quality on this one. I thought it was well written. You sounded great. Definitely like a highlight here. And Nuggo, he's got a cool rap voice. Kind of like you said, there's some technicalities around the punch-ins that you can kind of hear and like a slight difference in maybe the quality of the equipment where you can kind of hear more reverb in his vocals compared to like a Unit. At the same time, though, I think all of the verses make sense together. And I think this is pretty good for like a voice chat cook-up. So I'm going to give it a 7 too. I'm good with that.
Word. Shout out to you guys. All right. Next up, Jay Light. What we got here? SoundCloud.
Mr. Jay Light.
Left Open. MTJX. I don't know what MTJX stands for, but I love it already. 10 out of 10 abbreviation.
Mustard, titties, jack off, X. You know, instead of a tweet, it's an X. So there's mustard titties that you're jacking off onto, and then you send that as an X to Elon Musk.
11 out of 10. All right, here's Jay Light. He's on the verses Friends on the Hook. Let's check it out. Here's Left Open.
Congrats, Dove, on the first 7.
Too many times I've been left in the open. Heart so cold, can't show no emotion. Just wanna be under your skin. Then phases had to begin. Don't even care, cause I wanted you regardless. In my feelings, cause I've been the harshest. Blame me now, or I'm going with the wind. Tryna find the truth, but you always pretend.
They keep talking about what we've been through. To be honest, I don't even miss you. Find a new chick, she loving me more. Take her on a date, we go ham, we explore. Tired of the drama, wish I could go ghost for the dollars. Get my money up, make them holler. Look at my shirt that she's wearing Prada. She ain't a devil, but she a rebel. Try not to sell my soul, but it's tempting. Don't wanna lose it all, but I ain't desperate. Have you ever been so low, you couldn't take it? Been too long in the snow, feel like I left it. Yeah, winter was so cold, feel like I'm frosty. Yeah, summer was so warm, feel like I'm scolded. I just wanna hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Just wanna be important. Like a celebrity, I wanna be golden. Just wanna be like Homer on his Odyssey. I just wanna be the guy you gotta see. Don't care about no ideologies, it's just a privacy. I'm not buying it like girls see another guy saying you're the only one. They're just trying to have some fun. Too many times I've been left in the open. Heart so cold, can't show no emotion. Just wanna be under your skin. Your faces had to begin. Don't even care, cause I wanted you regardless. Eating my feelings, cause life been the harshest. Play me now, or I'm going through it. Tryna find the truth, but you always pretend. Been in a struggle, found a new girl. She's my girl, she's my girl. Nothing's gonna change, don't change that. Been through pain, can't attest that. Stayed in my lane, spin straight fast. Keeping my cool, don't want you back. Had to say that God keeps so low to me, keeping it G. Got my second win, feels like my second win. No keeping up my chin, cause you keep beating me in. Can you just be glad with a girl who's bad? You seem real sad, I can't cheer you up, no. Honestly, it's over, go back to the others. Talking shit behind my back. You say you miss the times we had, but girl, I'm gone not to beg. Got out without losing it. You really test my patience. Years not being complacent. Happy I'm in a relationship. These niggas really show off then dip, but really I try to keep it. Yeah,
show off their what? Go back a little bit.
Who lost me relationship? These niggas really show off then dip, but really I try to keep it. Yeah, no, I can't.
That's what I heard. Show off then dip.
It's just lovey-dovey. To find the right one, trust me, you can. It's much easy. I know it gets tricky, but you just gotta believe me. But at first it's hard, not easy. Too many times I've been left in the open. Heart so cold, can't show no emotion. Just wanna be under your skin. Your faces had to begin. Don't even care, cause I wanted you regardless. Eat my feelings, cause I've been the harshest. Play me now, or I'm going through it. Tryna find the truth, but you always pretend.
Right, that was Jay Light with his homie on the hook. This is Left Open. Mustard Titties Jack Off X.
Gross. I can't believe you said that. This is a family show, Dice.
I've got poor friendships.
Bad influences. Look, here's my first impression. I think that both of you are really talented. I think that the hook was great, but I think the verses were great, but, and this but is all related to the effects that you chose to put on. I think the hook was great, but the effects, I just wish it wasn't mixed that way. Specifically like the lower bottom layer kind of felt a little muddied, a little, just kind of felt like it wasn't contributing to the overall sound. And it was still technically on, but I wish it was just like a little bit lower than the rest of kind of the verse. Maybe instead of like whatever effect you put on it, if there was, I'm guessing it was the same layer that you just put an effect on, maybe re-recording with a lower layer, having an authentic to itself lower layer to strengthen the body of the hook could land a little bit better sonically. And kind of the same thing with the verses. Like I really just didn't love the effects that were put on them. It just made it sound a little bit cheaper than I think what it deserves, which is you had good melodies there. You sounded good over the beat. I think you approached it well, but it just kind of sounded a little cheap with the effects. And I think the biggest issue I had with it was it felt like on the verses, sometimes you just gave up. I'm guessing you probably freestyled some of that. Specifically, I started thinking about it in the first verse when you're like, I just want to be like, I want to be like, and you kind of like said that line like 4 times in a row and kind of threw out some random references where I'm like, I don't know that there was any real thought put towards this. I think you're just vibing. You hit like a melody and you're just kind of filling in the blanks with whatever. That's a fine way to record, but also just as a listener personally, I'm like, I wish there was a little bit more there to tell me why you're upset about this girl. Good song with some things I wish were a little different. I'll call it a 7.5 for me.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. I think for me, the hook, it just sounded muffled because of the your friend's audio quality, or even maybe how it was mixed. It just felt a little bit muffled. It could be also related to what Bird was saying with that lower layer. It just didn't sound as clear as yours. In your first verse, I feel like your second verse had all the energy that the first verse lacked, but the writing in the first verse was slightly better. It definitely towards the end of the second verse, it felt like some of the writing didn't fulfill what you were trying to do with the singing. Like, I think we've said this, or I've said this about a couple people before. It's like you're singing, but you're performing it as a rapper rather than just singing as a singer. And some of the wording choice and the line structure, it kind of regressed you back to performing it as a rap rather than just singing it full blown as like a singer would. And a lot of that has to do with just filling out the full syllable count in the line, or maybe like rewording it a little bit. But it just felt like it regressed a little bit as the song went on. But I felt like the first half of the song was stronger. But I still think it's a decent song. Overall, I would give it a 7. Probably just some fine tuning in how you like deliver things that would go a long way. All right. Shout out Jay Light.
Jay Light.
Back to the top. All right. Descendant of Root. What is this?
Always a fun name.
Is it?
What will those crazy kids think of next? You know?
Sign in to accept. I don't want to accept that.
Ooh, he gonna give you a virus. Oh man, it's like, oh, you want to hear a work in progress? Give us all your info.
Well, come
Put
on.
in your password.
Hold on. Let me reopen this.
Suspense is killing me.
Accept
Oh.
invite.
There we go.
I gotta
Thanks
pick
for the
a disc.
invitation. Oh my god, what?
Now what? Choose. Oh my god.
I've never. What is this service?
I'm 2 steps away from giving up on this. White collar
Descendant of-
rhymes. Okay. I've chosen my username.
Oh my fuck. Next.
Skip. Fucking kidding me.
Whoa.
Finish. I'm done. I want to listen to what was shared, not start fucking.
Oh, this is fun. You ever
This is
see
not
one? You ever want to see Dice punch through his entire monitor? Here you go.
Learning lesson for artists. Make your music as easily accessible. If you're not selling it, make it easily accessible. Like, I get it. This is a service that you're using to share, but if I can't press, like, think if you sent this to like the A&R of Def Jam and they're like, hey, send me some shit to listen to, and he had to sign up like while he's listening, is he going to spend the 5 minutes necessary to sign up, or is he going to skip over?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've gotten untitled links before, and I don't know why this is asking me to do all this extra bullshit, but inconvenient. I will say that. No, this isn't what I want to do. I want the link. Copy. All right. One more try. I've created an account, so I should just go to... Oh my God, you fucking Discord. I'm losing my shit.
What's up, Gray Baby? you missed part of the conversation earlier, but no context. I need you to text your friend. Pick one. Doesn't even matter anymore. Pick any friend out of your contacts and say, why don't girls wear skirts anymore? Let us know what they say. Inquiring minds must know.
Who are these inquiring minds?
My neighbor. My fucking neighbor to a man.
All right, here's Descendants of Root Reflections.
Hmm.
Who's that? Over there. Wishing it was clear. No tattoos under your underwear. It's been so long, soon it'll be gone. Elusive, so beautiful, can't see through it. So abusive. Vanity, I see you and me, making memories. Baby, scream for me. Baby, ooh, you don't reflect me anymore. I'm going crazy. I've seen two faces. I hope there's not more. You always haze me. Won't call me lately. You're always out the door. Scream that we're changing. Patiently waiting. Those cracks were there before. You will find a nice dude who had that mind cute, trying to find you. Get to know me, nice eyes, boo. Figure me out, you would like to. I wish love was more simple. You messed me up, it was difficult. But making love is so simple. Tired as it was, we have to give it up. All that I saw is all that I want. Don't bite your dick, it's been too long. Baby, ooh, you don't reflect me anymore. Opaqueness to me, I've seen two faces. Now I know there's more. You make me crazy. I saw you changing like no one I've seen before. Wish I could change me, reflect a painting, an image I'll absorb.
Oh, thought it was over. I don't like that. Yeah. I'm over this. That's part of the whole beat.
This is my favorite part. All right, that was Descendants of Root with Reflections. Here's my thought. A very abstract song. There was a part here I wanted to highlight. I think it was here. So here's what I wanted to highlight. I feel like at the end of your verses, there is a buildup in the beat that happens where if you're a singer, you should try to match the energy of the beat. Like if the beat's building up, I would want more energy out of your vocal performance. And it feels like your vocal performance just stays like plateaued and you don't build up your energy until the actual hook starts. So like here.
Reflect me, making memories, baby, scream for me, baby.
And then you hit us with multiple layers in the hook. Like, I feel like you should close your verses out with better layering because as the beat's building up, you should build up as well. You should match that energy because A, you're going to be washed out by the production that's happening. B, I want to feel like you're getting into something big that's about to happen with the hook. Like, I think the energy is good in the hook, But at the end of both of your verses, you're just kind of like same energy line as the beat's like more chords, more progression. Something's about to happen, and you're just like, well, I'm still going to open this door anyway, even though I know there's a guy on the other side with a knife who's about to stab me. See what happens. So that was one thing that stood out to me, is like I wanted you to like build up the energy more with layers or something to kind of let me know, hey, Hook's about to come in. I'm about to hit you guys with some powerful singing. Like I wanted that out of it, and I didn't get that. I just think, and overall, it's kind of one of those abstract songs where it's like the drums are a little bit funky on this. You know, it's not off, but it feels like off kilter. I would describe it as. But I think you performed it in a way that works. So I'll give it a 7. But I will just kindly highlight, like, the end with the chops and the scratching was the favorite part to me. I wish there was more of that element.
Yeah. Like Ray Stands in the chat said, it sounds good, but I'm uncomfortable. And that's kind of how I felt too, is like, and I really, it's a confusing song for me because I'm trying to, on the spot, come up with the words of why it makes me feel uncomfortable, or words of like the pieces I don't like, because there is an element where you're like, okay, he has a good voice. Okay. At the same time, the way it's sitting over the beat, like the beat just feels messy and kind of muddled. And what I really honed in on was the pads or the synths in the background kind of just felt off tonally for everything else that was happening in the beat. So ultimately, I think the beat was a tough listen. And part of the uncomfortability is, I think, you need to up the vocals a little bit to make them more present over the beat. There's a lot going in that beat. I think the best way to describe it is noise pollution. You know, there's just so much happening and it's all kind of muddled and jumbled together. So when you try to add one more layer of vocals, at this point, it's like the 1,000th thing that's happening at the same time. So the listener gets ear fatigue. So that might be something to think about, is maybe turning the pads down, turning the volume up, and, still keeping that same vibe. I think some of the backing layers were off. Like the main sounded good, but the backing layer didn't quite hit tonally. But once the hook came in, I was like, oh, okay, this makes more sense. This feels better to me for whatever reason. So like, there's definitely pieces of this I liked. Like Dice said, I kind of commented live. I was like, this is the best part of the whole song, the pared down elements. And maybe that was just because we're getting barraged, fucking Hannibal had his war elephants and his, giant fucking slingshots throwing boulders at our castle for the last 4 minutes. And I'm like, war. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this feels nice. Kind of a break. And I'll just say that the rapping was a nice break as well. Like maybe because there's less things happening to it. I was like, oh, this is kind of a cool little rap. So I'll give it a 6. Uncomfortable, but good.
If you're the emperor of a nation and your enemy delivers you a Trojan horse, are you more upset that you got deceived, or more upset that the ornate statue that was delivered to you is no longer of value because there were 50 men inside of it and they were defecating inside of it with urine and it smells awful?
I would for sure be like, fuck, tricked me. I'd be like, oh man, I thought you just wanted to be friends. I thought this was a peace offering, because my religion, and we're like all into this sun, and like, the horse is special to us. Oh, it had soldiers in it. Bamboozled. Yeah.
Hoodwinked.
I've been hoodwinked.
By golly.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of noise pollution, Kleptoman up next.
Oh, my favorite polluter.
Kleptoman is back with 50.
Oh, shit.
Let's take a listen.
The last person I expected to see.
Then we're even, because this is the last place I expected to be.
How do you know where to find me?
You can find me in the bottle full of when I pull up. Come give me show me love. You can find me in the bottle full of when I pull up. Come give me show me love. You can find me in the club. Switch it up. Bottle full of
Because this is the last place I expected to be.
How do you know where to find me?
you can find me in the bottle full of when I pull up. Come give me show me love. You can find me in the bottle full of when I pull up. Come give me show me love. You can find me in the
All right, that was Kleptoman with 50. Look, I know Kleptoman takes my input with a grain of salt because he knows this isn't my forte, but I want Kleptoman to listen to me very attentively on this feedback. I like the production. I do not like the use of the vocal sample throughout. I feel like the vocal samples do not match, do not line up, and do not present the same energy as the production. Especially like the You Can Find Me is somewhat okay, but that's such a layered vocal that it feels just kind of like not as clear and crisp as like the talking part that you had like damn near in the middle of it. That felt like present and there, and it felt like it matched the energy of what you did production wise. All of the 50 Cent vocals that you used, they felt like too layered and too smooth to be used in this way. Like I would have taken some bits and pieces out of his actual verse where it's like more present, more prominent, a lead vocal that you can make sharper and crisper on top of this than getting that super layered up, soothing, like melodic hook, because it just doesn't match the energy that I'm hearing with the production. And like some of the chops that you used didn't even fit the tempo of what you were trying to do there. You were just using it because it set up what you were trying to do, but tempo wise, it didn't align. And I think you're just kind of like going overkill on the vocals just to kind of like, I don't know. I know you're like, you said you're like 2 or 3 months into this. I think it's just kind of like new and exciting to you. But sometimes, I think we said this last time, or I said it at least, and maybe Bird agreed a little bit, but like less is more. Like, I don't think you need to kind of.
I said that last time. Fuck you.
I said it too. Fuck you.
I said it. You copied me.
I said it differently.
Operations.
Here's what happened. You said less is more, and I said it differently than you. So you're right. But I think the main thing that I took away from this is like, I like the production. I just don't like the vocal sample at all. Like, I just feel like you improperly picked different vocal samples that didn't match what I wanted to hear for the production. And I feel like it doesn't take away from the beat itself. I'm just calling that out. Like, I would give this a 9, but I'm still going to tell you, like, I don't like how you use the 50 Cent vocal samples throughout it. I think that you can find better elements or even a different song where he's like more fearful in his delivery. Like, I just need something more present and gives more energy that matches what you did with the beat.
Are you going to give it a 9?
Yeah.
As is? Okay. Well, I guess I'll be the dick then. Fucking Klepto, you're one of our favorites. You know, we've heard a lot of good songs from you, and I've put you on this pedestal. So you have advanced into the next tier of D-Bird's grading scale, where I'm going to hold you to account. I'm going to hold you to a different standard, you little fuck. Listen. Listen here.
When Rick calls you a little fuck, he's serious.
Listen here, bub. This could have been so dope, and I will just double down on everything Dice said, but I'm going to say it in my own way because I'm not like Dice and have to copy him. Less is more for sure. To me, it kind of came off as like, you know, some sort of mad scientist, right? He's brewing up this concoction and he like found the perfect thing to make a love spell. And he's like, but I'm having so much fun, you know, doing chemistry. I don't want to stop here. I've got my love spell. What if we just added a frog leg in here? What if we just, you know, picked a booger and threw it in there? And before you know it, you have your second cousin touching your leg at Thanksgiving. Just saying. It's unintended consequences of getting lost in the sauce. To me, 100% agree on the vocal samples, except for I wanted it a little different than what Dice was saying. I think the perfect sample and the perfect placement was you can find me in the brrr. But the problem was once that brrr came in, there was too much variation. You only let that breathe for like one measure, you know, brrr, and then you're already switching up the beat. You know, that is kind of the highlight of this song. You can find me in the brrr. Let that ride, you know, and then have that for at least 4 measures, maybe 8. Like, of course, your normal change ups, your normal mix ups, but throughout, like it goes brrr, and then just brrr, you're just like all over the place. It's like music ADD. So I say this with love. I think there's a lot of good production elements to this. I think the 50 Cent, you can find me in the club. Absolutely. A lot of the dubstep sounded great, or a lot of the wubs, I guess it's hard style, whatever you want to call it. The other 50 Cent samples, get them the fuck out. They don't match the tempo. They don't match the BPM. It just feels uncomfortable. I like the sample you used in the middle. I just think less is more, and be comfortable in your own kind of wubs, in your own beat of it, and don't rely so heavily on just throwing samples in because it's just too much at this point. So for that reason, I'm going to give this one a 7 with a clear path to 10 if you do exactly as I say.
Listen here, buckaroo.
Yeah.
There's not enough space in this town for the two of us. Why would the sheriff tell you that? Why would a bad guy tell, like, I can't live across the street? What the fuck, dude?
Have you ever tried living across the street from a bad guy?
Actually, I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did that end up?
They robbed a friend of mine and stole their furniture.
Robbing is no good. I am instantly on your friend's side in this story. This might be a hot take, but robbing is no good.
Robbing is not good unless you're Robin Hood. That's okay.
That's true. So chat, we were, I think we have like 2-3 songs left. At some point, we were wondering if we should preview one of the songs we did as part of the documentary. If anyone would be interested, could share like my favorite song that we made in Texas and just kind of listen together. If you're interested, let us know. Otherwise, we'll just focus on you, and it doesn't have to be about us at all. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't care, we'll just fuck off and, you know, go about our way.
Continue, you know, being the dancing monkeys that you throw bananas at.
Fun fact, my high school that I went to, the class that my brother was in, he got our high school banned from the zoo because they got into a war with the chimpanzees where they were throwing ice at the chimps, and the chimps began throwing feces back at them, and it was an unstoppable melee until adults stepped in and calmed the situation down. And then forever, I don't know if the ban is still in effect, but our high school was instantly banned from the zoo for the foreseeable future. So at that point, all my classes and whoever else, that unless the ban is still in effect, could no longer take field trips and study the animals. We had to do other shit.
That is the funniest story I've heard. Ice poop war, the great ice poop war of 1999.
I think it would have been more hilarious if the humans were throwing their own poop as well. Like, hey,
I would have eye for an eye, poop for poop.
I mean, and this was before cell phones, so I can only imagine like seeing your classmate like do a squat and then just throw a lump of shit at a monkey. How many reputation points would you gain from like just shitting on spot and throwing it at a chimpanzee?
Man, you better not miss. You know what I mean? Like if you hit that chimp right in the face, you're a legend. If you're the kid that shit in his hand and then just kind of missed. All right, now you're a psychopath. You get to spend the rest of the year with the specials.
Yeah, you can't go to the extreme and then like, strike out. Like you gotta hit square, dead center chest or dead center face. You can't miss.
Yeah, like you hit his toenail right in front of him. No, not cool.
Hey Kevin. Hey everybody, remember when Kevin shit in his hand and then threw it at a tree? You'll be that guy.
Oh, you'll be that guy. I guess I don't know. That's it.
What happened? Tell us.
I remember what I was going to ask. So this came up in regards to camping. One of my friends, she's like, oh yeah, I go camping all the time, whatever. Her boyfriend is like, okay, cool. Like you're experienced camper, whatever. They go camping last weekend. And he's like, all right, so, we don't have like
running water,
toilet. We don't have a toilet. We don't have a camper. Right. So, this is it. This is our campsite. And she's like, wait, so what do I do? And he's like, what do you mean? I thought you've been camping. Like, look around. She's like, but if I have to pee, he's like, you're in nature, anywhere, pick a tree. Right. Yeah. And she's like, that's crazy. Girls don't do that. And then I told
she must have never met Nikki Joe.
What? Yeah. Like basically every girl in my life is like, oh, I love pissing outside. Like big part of their lives. So, and then she treated it like, oh, you guys are crazy. Like, no way, girls. And she called her best friend at the time, like came back at the bar. We're discussing how crazy it is. She'd never peed outside. She called her best friend who's like, yeah, I do this all the time. So I was curious, do girls pee outside? What are your thoughts? Do you have friends that have peed outside? And then follow-up question, poop outside? Have you pooped outside?
Do I have friends that pee outside? That's a tricky one to answer because for me, it depends on the level of like friendship that you're asking me about. I would say, do I have close friends that have peed outside? No. Do I know people? I have acquaintances that, ruffian it out in the outdoors and defecate, in nature. Yeah. I know some.
I guess a better question would be, do you think it's common for women at large to pee outside? Whether it's camping or like walking around drunk at a bar.
I've seen enough Instagram videos to know that the answer to that is a definitive yes. There was one video where this chick was so wasted. She's like standing next to a rail. The person's filming her because they know she's wasted. She starts pissing, so she grabs a cup, pisses in the cup and tries to put it back. So they grab the cup and they throw the piss on her. And she's just she's just so fucking gone that she doesn't even realize. And her friend has to like drag her away because she's getting her own urine tossed back into her face. So yes, the answer to the question is yes. I do believe women pee in the wild. Sometimes not in the actual wild, but in like the public wild.
Sometimes the public wild. Yeah. I just thought it was crazy that one of their own was like a denier.
And also I've sent Rogue Jepsen enough also Instagram reels to know that women also defecate in public public stores if they feel threatened or angry enough, and they use those feces to throw at the poor person who just served them an order which they did not like.
If only they were there for the Great Ice Poop Monkey War.
So I guess question for Gray Baby is like, how mad do you have to be to shit in your hand and throw it at somebody behind the counter who just gave you the wrong order? Like, what do they have to do to your order to bring you to that level of, I'm so furious I could shit in my hand and throw it at you? Like, what is the boiling point of like, this is an acceptable response? Because to me, there is none.
I just think of the cleanup, man. Like, you know, like what? You're just going to pull your pants up like nothing happened and now you have it on your hands?
Like, what was it like 2 months ago? Ray even mentioned it in the lounge. Like, there was this one lady who, like, road rage incident. Like, she went, pulled down her pants, sprayed shit on the hood of their car, pulled up, and then got back in her car. She was arrested, but she's like on camera and she's like, "Oh, it was a clean wipe. It was clean. Just came out clean." It's like, how do you know? How do you check that?
It wasn't. I also have read a lot of like Reddit, Am I the Assholes, where they're like, my boyfriend has the worst hygiene and he just doesn't wipe or whatever. I'm like, wait, what?
What?
Yeah, like just some smelly Redditor, some smelly video gamer, just I don't know how to approach him. He's a grown man, but he's not wiping.
I know of a nice young gal who said that she had an entanglement with somebody who was equally as disgusting as that, and it grossed her out to no end, and now hygiene is like top priority on her checklist.
Top standard.
Yeah, it's like, tell me about your bathroom habits before we go further along this road of engagement.
We should probably get back to music, but I love a good poop talk.
Speaking of poop talk, Jacob. Shout out Jacob. Great transition. Here's V3 Bless, produced by David Arcade.
Hello.
Yeah, thanks for blessing me with all this fight. Thanks for blessing me with all this fire I ignite. Out of sight, out of mind, that's the shit that I like. Plus time don't rewind, my advice, live your life, bro. I'ma act a fool if I want. Oh, I'm a blessing, I can show you my portfolio. Running in backstages like I'm on a Maury show. Some of these fat payments used to be in porn, bro. I'm on a vibe, fuck if you ain't. Crew by my side, gas in the tank. Ask who am I? Who are you? Jacob. Hit my line if I can put it on my pay stub. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the lessons, all that. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the lessons, all that, all that, all that, all that, yeah. All that, like, thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for everything I can pay. Yeah, thanks for blessing me with all this fight. Thanks for blessing me with all this fire I ignite. Out of sight, out of mind, that's the shit that I like. Plus time don't rewind, my advice, live your life, bruh. Thanks for blessing me with all this cash. Thanks for blessing me with these ideas that I craft. Took a fight with a mic, cause I'm nice, I might like some pipe type of beat where I'm climbing all these heights, bruh. You don't wanna go against me like that, that's not fair. This style from Neptune like my name for real. You can't fuck with this like, bitch for real. Bitch for real, bitch for real. Yeah, okay, I just step to the beat, that's a bet on me. Get a check, life real, life real. Okay, I've been through some things, I learned my lessons, took my breaks. For these blessings, I give thanks. Thank you for the blessings, thank you for the blessings, thank you for the lessons, all that. Thank you for the blessings, thank you for the blessings, thank you for the lessons, all that, all that, all that, all that, yeah. All that, like, thank you for the blessings, thank you for the lessons, thank you for everything I can pay. Yeah, thanks for blessing me with all this fight. Thanks for blessing me with all this fire I ignite. Out of sight, out of mind, that's the shit that I like. Plus, time don't rewind. My advice, live your life, bruh. Thanks for blessing me with all this cash. Thanks for blessing me with these ideas that I craft. Took a fight with a mic, cause I'm nice, I might like some pipe type of peak where I'm climbing all these heights, bruh.
That was Jacob, aka Ice Cream Click, with Bless. Bless.
That's always confusing to me. I wish Jacob had a Spotify that was just Jacob. That would make life simple for me.
Shout out Ice Cream Click. I should have wore my Ice Cream Click shirt today. I should just go put it on right now.
I mean, I like it. You can have an Ice Cream Click, but like have a Jacob Spotify that I can find easily. That's what I want.
Ice Cream.
Regardless, this song, let's be real, it's fucking fire. It's fucking fire. I love it, man. It's dope. You have a great beat. You got a great voice, great tones. In the same way we were talking about Passive earlier, like Jacob is another one where like the delivery is so perfect for the situation and so versatile, right? There's moments where he's kind of talking like the back of his throat, like kind of like I don't give a shit, but he's also like pushing it out in the same way where it's like still hits with intent, even though it sounds like he's being laid back about it. He's not really, right? And then there's other times he goes hi, that, and there's times where he like makes noises. There's a lot of ear candy throughout, and there's a lot of like that's an art in itself of learning how to be interesting, say things interestingly. And I think that's a master at work. So shout out Jacob on that. Fire beat, cool production. I mean, I'm going to give it a 10. That's where I'm at.
Okay. I feel like the volume on the hook needs to go up just a little bit. Feel like the hook was a little bit lower than the instrumentation, but it felt fine on the verses. I don't have anything else to really criticize about it. I think it was pretty versatile and interesting. I listened intently. I give it a 10. All right, next up. Simple as that.
10s. What else you want from us? It's 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
sorry. Were we supposed to find things wrong with it? Nah, fuck that. 10.
I relate to Jacob because my writing is also subpar, so I resonate with that. And it drives Ray Stan crazy because he spends so many hours invested in his writing, and he's like Hermopoly or some shit like that in the middle of his verse.
It's Thermopylae meets herpes.
Yeah.
Hermopoly. I got herpes and Thermopylae.
I
That's a bar.
had to combine something that he's never used before to make him feel inferior. It's the only edge I got on him. Just make up words.
Ray, I can't use it, but if you'd like to, feel free. I got herpes and Thermopylae.
Hermopoly, you heard it here first.
Look, I also like, I'm a lyrics guy for sure. It's weird because like there is a balance, right? Where no matter how cool it sounds, sometimes you can just tell somebody's freestyling. You're like, just put one more thought into, like one more second into a thought before you're just like, if you just get up there on the mic, you just say whatever, doesn't always work as well. I feel like we've experienced that quite a bit in this review show. That being said, I think Jacob finds that perfect balance. I don't think it's too simple. I don't think it's like, dumb rhymes by any means. It is pretty straightforward. And for my own tastes, if he stretched his pen a little bit more, I think he could get even crazier out there. I think it would be even crazier, but I think it's good for as it is.
No, don't stretch your pen. Just pull a muscle and call it a day. That's what I do.
feel targeted. I feel. Don't at me, bro.
Hey, man. Real quick, since Jacob's here, shout out to Kirkland Sport Drink. They're back in my life. I've run out of Powerade and I've reverted back to the off-brand shit.
Puke.
Orange. Flavored with other natural flavors and made with cane sugar. Shout out to Sport Drink. Please sponsor us.
I guess to really drive home what I was trying to say is I think Jacob's the GOAT. I think he's the best. And I don't want to discourage him from continuing to get creative with the pen because I think it can make him only better.
One person I will discourage. Up next, All Savant. Here's Air.
Coming up, pussy wild.
Goddamn.
Hold your breath. I'm not letting you come over. Don't you bite it. Up to us. For it. Beg on your knees. For it. Yeah, do said I'm back in it. Those times been putting back in it. I gotta play in it. Giving your heart to me should be your only purpose. Only about 10, I think. Till our shit ain't so urgent. Coming up, pussy wild. Hold your breath. I'm not letting you come over. Don't you bite it. Up to us. Beg on your knees. Take off that face, no PR. They ain't around. Sit back, close your eyes. I know you needed this. Fit me, don't you see the signs? Commas on commas, oh yes, our Lord. Oh yes, our Lord. Oh yes, our Lord.
All right, that was All Savant with Air. Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. Look, I have very straightforward feedback about this. I finally can appreciate All Savant adding layers to a song rather than us just getting a single take of half performed moans and whatnot. I appreciate that this feels somewhat like a song because there's somewhat of a verse. There's 2 short verses in here and hook. I wish that the layers that you did add were balanced out volume wise rather than everything being at the same volume. And I feel like you have a tendency to over rely on just kind of like moaning out sounds. And if you're going to put everything at the same volume, those don't work. Those really need to be buried in the mix. So I wish the next step in this journey of yours that you would spend more effort in the mix and, adjust the volume of the layers that you have there and maybe do a little bit more clear pronunciation. If you're going to do a vocal run, that's fine. Like if you're going to do background harmonies and whatnot, that's fine. But sometimes it feels like you just kind of over rely on like mumble freestyling out your singing. And it feels like you just kind of like, if you're shooting at a dartboard, you just like kind of like half-ass it. You're not like throwing the dart with your full force. And I know that you submit a lot of works in progress and we never hear the final product, but that's all that I can go off of. Is just, it feels like you half-ass a lot of things. And if you full-assed it, it would sound a whole lot better. I'll give this an 8 because I feel like it's pretty good for what it is. It's just, it doesn't feel like there's any post-production done to it. You just kind of like added a bunch of layers and bounced it out.
That's pretty much what my feedback is going to be as well. There was a lot of good moments. It sounded good. I think that's one of those where I was like, oh shit, like he's really hitting those notes and like it's crisp, it's clear. Oh yeah. But like you said, like the backing layers kind of threw off parts of it where it's like, I wish they weren't so over the top here. I will say that starting out, like the second line, be like, I'm a cum in her pussy was a choice. I'm no prude by any means, cream pie away, my friend. But also like, I don't know, At least, like, warn me ahead of time to put some condoms over my ears. Shit. So that was a shock to the senses. Only other thing I'd say is, like, writing wise, again, it's like the performance is there, so you focus less on the writing, but also because it's so short, because it just kind of is what it is, it just kind of felt like I didn't understand the purpose. Like, what is the topic? What is what are we doing here? Are we literally just trying to say things?
Trying to come in that. That's what we're trying to do. You heard the man. 2 lines
Always.
in. Come in that pussy.
Come in that pussy. Sure. As cool as cream pies are, I'm trying to just figure out, like, it feels like you just said a bunch of words and phrases and then moaned. So why? Like, why?
Why? Like Jadakiss asked.
My feedback.
Why?
I'll still give it I give it a 7 for sounding as good as it does. But writing wise, I'm like, I wish there was more to it. I wish there was like an actual song here versus some moans.
Feel that. All right. Next up, Sully. Here is Restart. Open demo. Open.
Did you call me?
I called you a demigod.
Call me a restart? I think I've heard this. Am I tripping?
Yes.
I wanna hit the restart. I promise I won't be far. I don't know where we are. Shaky like my knees are. Baby, listen, let's get it out the way. It's you, yourself, and I, and all these other girls are fake. It's okay, go away, green, but it's jade. You get them perfect dates for free, cause I'm paid. Turn the lights on, baby, turn the lights on. Turn the speakers up, cause I made a love song. Turn the lights on, baby, turn the lights on. And she said, I wanna hit the restart. I promise I won't be far. I don't know where we are. Shaky like my knees are. I wanna hit the restart. I promise I won't be far. I don't know where we are. Shaky like my knees are.
All right, so a little open verse here. Restart by Sully. What'd you think, Bert? You want to hit the restart?
Yeah, you want to just play it over?
Yeah, I can.
Restart. Look, there's parts I like about it and parts I don't. I think that execution-wise, it just felt like the delivery, the energy of the delivery didn't necessarily hit the way that the beat felt like it called for. If that makes sense. Like the energy is kind of upbeat and like, oh yeah, like poppy summer anthem, and you're kind of like, again, kind of really laid back with like, I don't want to say lackluster, but like it's the energy just isn't as exciting as the beat is. And I think that some of the layers of this just felt a little sloppy, like they came in a little bit late on some of the words. At the same time, I like the melodies. I like the writing. I think you have a good start to a song. I think if I was to give any like constructive feedback, I think really lean into the singing, right? You're kind of singing laid back. I think you got to fucking go for it. For this song, ready for a restart, like, yeah, like play with the volumes, play with like really go out on a ledge with this one. Get excited. That's what I want to hear. 6.8.
It's fucking 8:30 and the sun's still out. This is insane to me.
I'm burning up.
Yeah, I mean, literally.
Thanks,
it's
Obama.
still 78 degrees in my office. All right. I agree with Bird. I mean, that was my thought too. I feel like Sully and Rogue have the same problem that I hear constantly in their songs. Where if I was a producer in the studio with them while they're recording, I'd be like, "Why are you under singing?" Like Bird said, it's like the beat is very uplifting and like it feels energetic, but it's not that you're flatlined and monotone. It's just the energy isn't there. It's like you're saying, I want to hear a restart. Instead, you should be, I want to hear a restart. Like you should be like pushing that out and like hanging on to the notes. And like I hear this constantly in you and Rogue, like not to like butt y'all up against each other, but like this constant
Shots
like
fired. Rogue's not
constant-
even here. Shots fired.
yeah, fuck you, Rogue. Using you as an example, but like constantly like singing it, but not singing it like with the full gusto of what a singer would do. Like I can't sing, but if I'm gonna try to sing, I'm gonna like belt it out as hard as I can and extend those notes out rather than just like saying it gently and then moving on to the next line. And I feel like that's the difference between this being a 9 out of 10 and it being a 7 out of 10 where it sits with me is like it's just the energy needs to be up just a notch. I love the vision of this. I think it's a great song for what you have started here. I just don't think the energy is where the beat is asking you to be. And like Bird said, it's not like I'm saying, be a pop singer. You don't have to be Sabrina Carpenter, but like just put a little bit more emphasis in how you're performing it and it will go a long way.
Or maybe you do have to be Sabrina Carpenter. Try that. Be Sabrina Carpenter. Be hot 20-something-year-old Sabrina Carpenter on our Discord. Don't tell insert a couple names here. Those weirdos, they don't get to slide in the DMs. Sabrina, though, Dice has a special message for you.
I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna put that on a shirt, and I'll just wear that every review show. Be Sabrina Carpenter. You want a 10? Be Sabrina Carpenter.
Dice, let's say that you have one shot, one opportunity. Would you take it, or would you let it slip? Sabrina Carpenter, what do you say in those DMs? She just joined our Discord in the form of Sully.
Did you choose a role? Did you choose a role yet in the welcome channel?
Let's say that Sully Freaky Friday'd, and now Sabrina Carpenter has all of the like logistics figured out of Discord. She has that knowledge. So you have to like say something different.
So I'm talking to Sabrina Carpenter. This is my one shot.
This is your one shot. Don't fuck it up.
I'm definitely gonna fuck it up. That's a given. It's a given. That's what I do. What do I say? What is like some of the first things that I say to people? It's always some outlandish shit. I don't know what I would say. I think it depends on like the vibe of what's going on. Because I could either say some wild, chaotic shit, or I could just be like normal. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Knowing our Discord, it'd probably be some wild, outlandish shit like, do you fuck with the war? Do you fuck with feet? Or something of that nature. And I would instantly be blocked.
Those are good openers. Sabrina, let us know if you fuck with the war and or feet.
I mean, definitely things that you'd want to get out the way, right? Like, hey, you fuck with the war? If so, which side are you on? Or, hey, you fuck with feet? Are you selling feet pics? Because I got to know what I'm getting myself into. Like, are you an OnlyFans model? What do you do for hobbies? Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know, Sabrina.
At the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? What are your interests? Here are mine. Do we share any? Do we have feet in common?
If your girl sold feet pics, would you consider that a red flag, or just like it's not what I would normally consent to, but okay.
100 for fucking 1,000%. 100% times 10,000%. Yeah, I've actually had women in my life before, very close to me, who have considered, oh, what if I just like, took pictures of my feet?
Not even considered. I'm talking about the actual act of like, this is how they make a good solid $2,000 a month on the side. It's not their main income, but it's just like, hey, on the weekend they go out to the beach, dip their toes in some sand, take a few pics, put it in some grass, take a few pics. You're watching them edit it on their phone. They're just like chewing bubble gum and watching, a soap opera and editing their feet pics, and then they send it off to some random weirdo.
Yeah,
$100.
100% couldn't do it. And also, when people in my life have been like, what if I got extra money this way? I've shut it down hard because I feel, to me, not to yuck anyone's yum, but the type of people paying for feet stuff, way different than the type of people that are like, oh, I like boobies. You know what I mean? It's almost better just like, oh, the normals who are just like, oh, boobs, love that. Here's your $5. The people paying for feet pics or like soiled undies or farts in a jar, whatever, you're like, oh, these are serial killers. And they're going to find you. They're going to find a way to, while we're out on the beach, you're like taking your, sandy feet pics and you're like squashing it in the wet sand. That's when a giant man comes behind you and slits your fucking throat. And then I have to sit there like, oh, do I fight or do I run? I'm running. Bye. Sorry.
You really thought this one out.
I told you not to sell your feet pics.
Told you not to do it.
They'll find you.
I feel like there is a timeline in my mind where I can reconcile feet pictures, but definitely when you start seeing like farts in a jar and stuff of that nature, you have to be an insane individual to bottle your farts in a jar. B, you have to be an equally or greater insane person to go online, shop for said farts, and click the checkout process. So yeah. I think my line in the sand is foot pictures. Like I can, whatever.
You live with that. You're like,
I can live with it. All right, you're doing it. It's not disruptive to the day-to-day life. Cool. I'd have some friends with some out there interests. I'm okay with this. But yeah, bottling farts in a jar, regurgitating food and, sending it in a Ziploc baggie, soiled undies. I'm questioning your hygiene and the person who's buying it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I really don't judge. I don't kink shame. Like if you make money on that, cool. Like I could have friends, like if my friends did it, sure, like whatever. But nobody that I would choose to be in a relationship with, a monogamous relationship with.
What's the depreciation on feet pics? I gotta say like 10%. Because I feel like I'm making some assumptions here. It depends on if this is a public foot pic that anybody can get access to, or if this is sent directly to you. I feel like if it's a direct, hey, this foot pic is for you, depreciation is 10%. It's going to retain some value because you have something nobody else has got. If maybe it's posed a certain way. If it's just the public, like, oh, hey, anybody can go and bid on this foot pic and, download a copy of it. It's like, driving a Ford Taurus off the lot. It's trash. How much would I pay for feet pics? I wouldn't buy feet pics. I feel like
it's become the new joke in the Discord, though. Like you're the.
I feel like as desperate as one can get, if you can obtain a woman, you shouldn't need to buy feet pics. And I feel like I haven't reached that level of desperation yet.
Have you obtained a woman?
No.
Have you made it with a woman, Papa?
Father, do you have a woman?
Does your son have a bride? Your son have a mom yet?
Father, isn't that my new mother?
Papa. Yeah, I do love that you're the feet guy. And it's like, look, I say this all the time, is like, there's some people where they've said to me like, oh, you're joking about it, so you must mean it. Or there's a little bit of truth in every joke. No, not for me. Not for funny people or interesting people.
Yeah. For people who are highly interesting and we move on with our fucking lives, no, it just means nothing to me.
Yeah, I say all sorts of crazy shit, and I mean none of it. So
100%.
Deal with it.
Yeah, I usually ask people random questions just because I want to entertain myself and just to kind of get a kick out of like their response. And it's usually people who I know will respond like erratically, where I'm going to get a nice little chuckle out of it. Like, hey, let me see what this person thinks of feet pics.
I think here's a better question. Dice, question for you.
Oh boy.
How much money, good friend of yours, let's say, good dude friend, you just learned he's bought feet pics. How much money is too much money where you'd start to judge him?
Anything over $20. I can justify like, hey, you got an extra 20, hot chick on the timeline, she's selling feet pics. Sure. Throw $20 away just to see, for shits and giggles, what them toes look like. If you're paying $50, $100 for a foot pic, I'm immediately going through my list of jokes about what kind of weirdo you are, how desperate you are, how lacking you are in your confidence. Like, yeah, just be a creep at that point. Go out in public and take pictures of random people's feet. Why bother?
We have gotten so far away from the review show at this point, but I think about that a lot. Like, it's something, like, as we're joking about feet pics, it's something I think of and I bring up is like, is the beach just porn to these people? They just go around like, oh, feet everywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like I could
just the hottest thing.
I would laugh off a friend of mine paying $20 for a foot pic. Like, okay, I'm not gonna pass judgment. He did it as like a one-time. Fuck it. Here's $20. Throw it away. Burn it. You know. Let me see what them toes look like. If you tell me you paid more than $20 and 1 penny plus, I've got questions. I've got questions and I've got answers lined up for those questions. I'm not gonna let you get the fucking answer in.
I think $5 or more. I think just even the fact that it's like $5, it's like, are you that curious about those stinky fucking feet? I don't know. I $20, let's say $50, maybe $100 to be friendship ending. $5, like $100, we can't be friends.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
$5, it's like, okay, we can be friends, but I'm gonna make fun of you relentlessly.
I feel like up to $20 is just funny to me. Like, yeah, $5 is definitely more like logical. Okay, you threw away $5. I feel like up to $20, like, okay, maybe she was like, maybe it's like Sabrina Carpenter, maybe it's like Jennifer Lopez. Like, okay, $20 you can see Selma Hayek's foot. I get it. I would too. $50, I'm like, whoa, do I even know you? $100, yeah.
What do we even have in common?
I'm going into my phone. I'm changing your name from first name, last name to anonymous foot lover. Because that's all you are to me, is you just anonymous foot lover.
Anonymous foot lover. I love that. Man, Swag Lean's prices have really changed on his beats. $20. Swag Lean used to be like 50 grand.
Yeah, it used to be like 10 grand starting.
In this economy, though, I get it.
What would you do if you, I know we're like way off the wagon here. What would you do if you were in public?
Hey, it's our show. Fuck it.
What would you do if you were in public and you saw somebody in the act of like trying to sneak off a foot pic of some unsuspecting person who's like just, maybe they're at a coffee shop, they're drinking their coffee, reading a book, and you see a guy like trying to get off a foot pic because she's got open-toed sandals on. Do you call him out or do you like, what do you do?
I think first I'd have to make sure like that's what he's doing. I'd have to kind of analyze like, is he really
you're
on his phone or whatever?
You're over the shoulder and you see him like zooming in, doing the pinch motion like this on the foot.
I would shame him. I would alert the lady and I'd be like, show her what you just did. Yeah, 100%. I'd call him out. I'd be like, shame. Yeah, fuck that guy.
That's definitely a moment where you're like,
secret pictures, fuck you.
That's definitely a moment where you're like, hey guy, did you get a good picture of her feet? Just make sure everybody heard it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be loud about it. I'm gonna be like, you should delete that and like show her that it's deleted.
Yeah, those are the intense videos I've seen where guys get caught taking pictures and they're like, no, I want to watch you delete it. Don't just tell me you delete it. Don't walk off. I feel like this was the excellent precursor to what Forrest Flint has presented for us, Baby Oil, with a edit of Dog the Bounty Hunter with Puff Daddy's face. I don't know what we're about to get into, but I regret this entire show. Here's Baby Oil by Flint. Weirder now.
Hundreds of napsters are burning a flame as I spit the shit on my rise to real fame. And I cannot overstate this shit enough, brother. I bring the double time and quadruple fine. Rapping so fast that I will not last. Police chase based on the sins of another motherfucker. Bring a showstopper, I point at your father, cause to that end his sins are laid upon his children. Red goes your lies, chances, baby oil. Big man would be sad at this brother's little toil. Men like him are small and lady, itty bitty. Dude didn't just leave prison, did he? Red goes your lies, chances, baby oil. Big man would be sad at this brother's little toil. Men like him are small and lady, itty bitty. Dude didn't just leave prison, did he? Wrongfully accused, not very amused. I could see you've been abused and seeking refuge, but I won't let myself lose, not this time. Brother, I'll punch rhyme, bringing punchlines while I punch lines. Cables, my hands tied behind my back, training so hard I stack rocks on flat tops. Call 112 and 911 on you, while I with great remiss write your name on FC's list. Yeah, do you feel the baby oil? Oh my god. Red cozy lies, chances, baby oil. Big man would be sad at this brother's little toil. Men like him are small and lady, itty bitty. Dude didn't just leave prison, did he? Red cozy lies, chances, baby oil. Big man would be sad at this brother's little toil. Men like him are small and itty bitty. Dude didn't just leave prison, did he? Red cozy lies, chances, baby oil. Biggie would be sad at this brother's little toil. Men like him are small and lady, itty bitty. Dude didn't just leave prison, did he? Did he? He didn't do that, did he?
The best place to put kale is in the trash can. That was Force on Flint with Baby Oil. I'm uncomfortable. Not because Flint did a bad job. I just couldn't imagine the recording process or the writing process, if there was writing done on this for this song. I don't know. I've never been a comedic relief artist. I admire people who can bring themselves to that point. I just can't quite grasp those concepts. I think the one thing that I'll struggle with sonically on this one is that the vocals just felt muffled throughout. It wasn't that I couldn't hear you and understand what you're saying. It's just the vocals were pretty muffled in some parts more than others. I don't know what else to say about this. I feel uncomfortable dissecting this in a technical manner beyond just the muffled vocals. Could use some more layers on the hook, or at least panning the layers left and right to give it more of a wider effect. Yeah, I'll give it a confused 6.
Yeah. This one was tough for me too. Like I'm a little confused as well, because like I can't tell if it was supposed to be comedic or supposed to be serious. Like the hook felt comedic, right? The Diddy thing, I was like, I kind of like that writing, like writing wise, it's like, oh, it's kind of clever. And then on the hook or on the verses, again, it was kind of muffled, kind of just muddy. So I guess that would be the first thing, is I wanted the vocals to be a little bit more present, a little bit more clear, because it was kind of hard to follow along and like really understand what you're saying. It felt like a serious vibe, like just with the delivery. Maybe that's just the stiffness of the delivery as, the execution with the beat. So it kind of felt like more of a serious song where you're like maybe talking about like, I don't know, molestation or like Diddy stuff, right? Where you like have a punchline in the hook, but like you're talking about like how bad it is when people do that stuff. I don't know. Again, it's like, fuck. Am I just a bad listener? I don't know. But
Yes.
That's the feeling it felt, is like, okay, first we have a serious song. Now we have a comedy song, especially when you're like kind of making jokes and you're laughing to yourself on the recording. It's like, which one is it? I don't know. So that's where I'm confused. I think clarity in the vocals would be the first step. And then like if it is a funny song, I'd say like maybe loosen up a little bit instead of projecting like this on all of the things. It's like, I'm making a fucking joke. I'm making it funny. I don't know why I'm Italian, but you see what I'm saying. Again, kind of just the vibe you're bringing to it needs to match the vibe of the instrumental. And the instrumental vibe feels more serious. But I like the writing, and I think there was definitely like interesting parts of this. Give it a confused 6.5 as well.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with who or what Dvorak is. But the other thing, as Bird was talking, that I remembered, like the entirety of the song kind of threw me off. But the one thing that I heard, especially in the first verse, is you ran out of breath a couple times. Like you could hear that in the vocals, whereas like you were getting every last word out as much as you could with your breath, and then you like picked it up. So that made me to lead down the path of this isn't a very serious song. But like Bird said, like I could hear this being performed a little bit more seriously. I don't know. It's just kind of confusing overall. But yeah. Shout out Swagleen. Thank you for the gifted sub.
Shout out, buddy.
Shout out, buddy.
Shout out, buddy. The dog.
Shout out, buddy, as well. So FU X-Rater, we're gonna go and find a Swagleen song.
Hear that, X-Rater? I hiccuped right as I said that. I was gonna talk shit, but then a hiccup hit. It's like you can't talk shit after getting interrupted by a hiccup. That's embarrassing.
You can't go hit on the girl after you took a picture of her foot.
You hear that, X-Rater?
it's like your wallpaper and you're walking up and it's like flashing around as you're talking to her, like, hey, what's up, girl?
Oh my god, I just got a perfect prank.
Oh boy.
Maybe we do this with somebody who's in on the joke, but this could go viral on TikTok. Everyone write this down. You take a picture of a stranger who's like actually your friend, but like a stranger who's a hot girl to club, because you know how many hot girls you guys are friends with. But you take a picture of her looking like she's like doesn't know you're there. She's like busy on her phone or whatever. You put that on your background of your phone, and then you approach her, get her number, and then open up the background and it's her. Prank. You got X'd, punk.
I'm trying to think of a way that I can pull this off.
It's kind of brilliant, right? I feel like you'd kind of have to have somebody who's in on it, though. Otherwise, it's pretty creepy.
That ruins the joy for me. Is if they're in on it. I'm trying to come up with a method of doing this with an unsuspecting friend, and I think I have the method of doing this. I'm just trying
to do without looking like a creep, but there might be some in between way.
That's my struggle, is I have to do it with somebody who won't take it the wrong way of like, oh, this guy's gone from friend to creep. Let me get back to you on that, Bird.
Let me know. See, idea man.
Bad idea, but great idea. Horrible idea. I shouldn't be entertaining this idea, but great idea.
All right, so you go up to a girl at the club. You're like, hey, I just needed help identifying this woman. She's like the girl of my dreams. And like, I don't know, I just found her randomly on the internet. Maybe you could help me. And it's like a picture of her standing across the bar from you. Like, do you know this person?
My struggle with that is like, it feels more like a pickup moment. And I just wanted to be like, I wanted to be like a comedic moment of like, oh, hey, let me show you this. And then they like happen to notice in the background that it's them. And they're like, hold on, who is that back there? That's you. Don't worry about it. And I just go about my business.
That's more normal with a friend. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I want to pull off. Like, I don't want to try to pick them up and like, whoa, hold on, what's going on here?
You're like, oh, you got to see this video, like, and they're on the background, and you're like, tick, 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 but they see that and they're like, wait.
Yeah, but hey, maybe both things can be true.
Hey, you're single. I'm just trying to help. I mean, allegedly, I don't know. I don't know your love life.
I'll get back to you, Bird. Okay. I've got options. I just have to figure out how to execute this option without screwing up some friendships.
Well, don't execute her.
That might be even more fun.
Foot guy.
Speaking of fun, what's going on here? A bidding war? $1,500 beat. Sale. Swag lean.
Swag liggity lean. Phone store murderers. Very common. See Dub's comment there about an orange popsicle, and I'm like, oh man, I could go for an orange popsicle right now.
That does sound good.
Not my favorite color, but really any popsicle. It's fucking hot out.
Yeah. Sun is finally set. It's 9 p.m. here. I've heard enough. That sound right there, I'm not quite sold on. I think maybe you can swap that sound with the same keys for something a little bit more soothing. My question to you, Swaglean, 100% honest question, shooting straight with you. How serious are you about music? Because I find myself now listening to your production after the last couple of songs that I heard, even your crazy intro track that you submitted this round. I find myself intrigued by your potential. Like, I feel like there's a lot of upside. I feel like you're super versatile from a producer standpoint, and there's potential as an artist standpoint. I just don't know if you're actually serious about, like, is this a long-term thing that you want to continue to invest in and like grow, or is it just like, hey, I like making music on the side, but I don't really take myself serious? I'm curious about that now as I watch you progress in your journey, because I think that you're very talented. You have a great personality. When you first joined the server, outside of us thinking that we were going to ban you in like 5 seconds, I was almost worried that you would take our feedback and responses as like, these guys are too serious. I'm just, making music about fucking my cousin and possibly somebody's grandma. And, you would have left the Discord on your own behalf. But like, I'm glad that you're around and like contributing and like an active participant in things. And seeing that you're 85% serious, like I'm 100% serious about what I'm saying. Like I think you're talented. I like this beat aside from that one sound, but that sound is like an easy change. And I like your raps. I'll give this an 8.5. But I just wanted to, say that and kind of gauge where you're at, because I wanted to encourage you to like keep doing good things is what I want to say.
Well, Glazy McGlaze pants over here. Shit. Frosty. You just frosted the screen. All seriousness aside, I too enjoy your personality. I think you make funny raps. I see a lot of potential. For this beat, for me, I didn't like the gloom and doom stab. So I was kind of the opposite. I liked the drums. I think the drums were put together well. I even didn't have an issue with like the sounds that Dice was saying. Yeah, they felt a little stock. I think you could probably do something that feels a little bit more natural. Same melody, just different sound choice. For me, I hated the gloom and doom stab because it just kept on happening, bah, and then just kind of lasting for a couple measures before it came in again. It was just the same tone, the same everything, and just, it's a vibe, yes, but also kind of got repetitive and to me sounded like it clashed with some of the other stuff you were doing on that. But yeah, I see the potential. I see some cool stuff. I'm a fan, but this one wasn't for me. I'll give it a 5.
Well, thank you, Gray Baby, for finally subscribing after 3 years.
Got sick of all the ads. Literally 3 years of ads. Just like, you know what? Fuck these ads.
It's like, I'm sick of these ads. Ah! Subscribe.
If only there was one thing I could do. No,
You
shout
just
out
figured it
Gray Baby.
out? All right, now I'm going to have to blame Jacob for not assisting you 2 years ago. Jacob, this is on you.
Word.
All right.
We got one more song in the track. Bees in the track. Bees in the track.
Here is X-Rater. Yeah, that's why I'm saying I take the blame off of you. Blame is now on Jacob for never showing you. So, Jacob, you're on my shit list.
Ooh, all the blame. Catch blame, bro.
All the blame. Blame strays flying left and right. I might blame somebody after this X-Rater track if I don't like this X-Rater track. Might blame Fallen Dove for this track. Who knows?
What'd you do, Dove?
Yeah, what did you do to X-Rater to make him this bad? Here's Villain Era by X-Rater.
We're good.
We're good?
It's Monday morning, my Sunday mundane boring, feeling hollow, hard to swallow with the bottles I was pouring. Left in a mess of cess, press my chest like I was scoring. When I'm bored, I like to floor it, keeps me even, keeps me soaring. I'm not foreign to these grieving feelings, loss of love will leave you bleeding. All that hate left hanging with you, hold on, let me paint a picture. I watched my pops rot, then my sister lost her pot top. Didn't know me lose her kid, lost both kids and still it's not stopped. See, there's no kidding with addiction, just a mission for a fix. Seeking late life abortions, blood coursing with the shit. Just invested with the next hit that's ingested or injected. Block my line from getting texted. Sorry sis, just leave a message. Should just wish you'd listen, sure wish that shit was different. Just stuck in this position, there goes my morals missing. If my ego made me evil, bet I'd make a killing. Disposition getting vicious till I made a villain. It's less than half a straw now until I finally snap. That's the weight of 1,000 camels breaking Daniel's back. They say that smoke took his throat, still took to handle that. Candle wax long melted as my health slips and my mental's bad. I guess I best prepare ya for shit you're not aware of. Don't recognize my mirror. I'm in my villain era. 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 Era rapper out just like my house when I had your granny over. Best part of waking up is making cuck your man a cannibal. Son, I'm get eclipses, shove my fist in your banana holes. I'm saying y'all suck dicks and what you miss if I didn't hand it over. Spell it out. Y'all claiming you ain't lame, okay then tell me how. You'll bank 10,000 hours, still your flowers never bound to sprout. Stems dry, lacking buds, never grow, trapped in mud. I don't sweat the tears out here, it should be clear I'm after blood. If you're breaking from my blanket statements, blinking that you're taking huge cock. Yeah, big fat dicks. All these claims are what's the greatest, want the glaze, make your creation move subtle. Use a big fat bitch. I fall up, call it out the best bet, I'm about to ball up new snuggles. Smoke film, fill the air out. Look at jacket, fuck a bracket, I make rap, she just make rap and you suck. Just smile, feeling their right. Keep it real, play the heel, now I got them on their back foot. So much smoke blowing up their ass, the chaps are smashed in black soot. You lads are looking mad, shook, got more gas inside my backwood. Fuck a pen, I broke the skin, craft this rap on back of matchbooks. The slacks are lacking that hood while my raps stay out of pocket. Got no arms just like a beater, up my sleeves I'm packing rockets. No fashionista, but at least this beast can pack a wallet. And best believe I've seen more beef than meat prints had in college. Villain and a vandal, no more Daniel shit. I snap mad into bad habits, savage on a cabbage patch. Only cop and pot, I rock a topless kettle black. I fucking hate it, hypocrite who ain't shit, get talking crap. Fucking flush it, hush it, cut it with folk deep poetic shit. If you write with AI, go die, you weak pathetic bitch. If you never wrote a script, you should go and broke those wrists. If you only use your mouth, you should know to hold your spit. Oh shit, I'm going in again, Geronimo. Should probably slice a dice and knock the white up off this domino. Gamble with the ghost and the host is just collateral. No peace up on my side, but all y'all riders looking lateral. The chamber said you can hit the ceiling, you should duck. The shit like sipping lean, I spit with fiends are shooting up. Fuck a junkie, people lunk me, I'm not ugly when I peer in mirrors. Ops wanna bump me, people love me in my villain era.
Augmatic. Augmatic.
Copy you, Bird.
Keep it real, play the heel, now I got 'em on their back foot. Stick 'em like a popsicle, they hostile, harsh and my cool. But I got 'em dropping out like myself did in high school. Most won't square up, fair enough. But what's true, I know that X the best. If you detest, fuck you.
All right, some strong words for Augie there at the end. But that was X-Raider with Villain Era. What'd you think about that, Bert?
Me?
Need a minute?
I'll tell you just my first unvarnished opinion. Something about the quality feels off. Like something about the quality. I don't know if it's the mix, the whatever. The vocals just sound kind of bad quality, and I'm not sure why. It made it hard to hear. So the presence, like the mix, like I wanted these things to be more clear over the beat. And the first beat that you used, there was just entirely too much 808. Like that felt like exhausting to listen to, just blah, 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 blah the whole time. And especially with the non-clear lyrics, I was like, and I kind of put it up to the beat. Because when the second beat came in, the switch up, I was like, oh shit, yeah, there it is. Like still kind of sounds bad quality-ish, but like it's clearer. I like this part. Okay, cool. And then I'd say like once it switched again, there was a section in there that was almost indiscernible. Like there was a pocket in there in the third piece. You're like, is he like 10 decibels below the beat? And I don't think the beat got super high or anything. I'm just like, what happened there? So like just volume wise, it was kind of all over the place throughout the track. The writing is solid. I loved, from what I could tell of the bars, the writing, all solid. The cadences are great. I don't think X-Raider has ever had an issue with like the writing. He has creative, interesting things to say. It's just sometimes on the execution, whether it's quality or whatever, I wish it was just a little bit stronger. The very end felt like you got off flow a little bit to kind of give a fuck you to the Square Up folks or to Augie. But overall, pretty good. I think just there's some technical aspects that I wish were a little better. I'll give it a 7.5.
Yeah, I agree. I'm starting to wonder what device he's listening on when he's mixing, whether it's headphones or monitors, because there's always this constant excess sibilance in his vocals where it just the S sounds, everything is just super sharp. But also in the same note, like you said, there were parts where it was a little clear and there was parts where I could hardly hear what he was saying, even though it sounded dope. Like I couldn't quite hear, and rather than me like turning up and down my volume, I was just like struggling to hear. I thought the beat choices were cool to me. I liked all of the beats. It's just like the volume and the lack of clarity consistently in the vocals is what I was struggling with. And again, like you've always got like some sibilance going on. I don't know whether you just don't use a de-esser, it's not being used enough, or whatever you're mixing on, it sounds fine to you, but like everywhere else, it just is super sharp. I don't know what's going on there, but just throwing it out there, like you always have like your S's are everywhere on your vocals. Like every track that I hear from you is just filled with sibilance. So I don't know what happened, like Bird said, with the volume on this one, but I think it's a cool track, just kind of lacking in consistent volume. So I kind of arrived at the same spot, the 7.5.
Oh, look at Mr. Big Pockets over here. $10 tip from Augmatic.
Yummy, yummy,
cool. Supporting the stream. So cool. Oh,
So
cool
cool
guy.
of you. Wow, thank you so much.
Is that the reaction you expected when you over tipped us? Is chastising?
Yeah. Tip is to skip all Ray songs for dissing me. Well, newsflash, buddy. We already played Ray songs.
Damn.
So
That was a crazy response. I'm kidding. We appreciate you. Thank you, Augmatic. I think that was the last song of the night, but obviously if you're tipping stuff, you either have something you want to listen to, or you can give us a topic to rate, to roast, to talk about. whatever you want.
Yeah, floor is yours. Floor is yours somewhat. Shout out to Augie though. He had his first live production performance this past week. Went out there with his little drum machine, plugged it into some speakers in front of strangers, and pressed some buttons and didn't fuck it up. And kudos to him for doing the opposite of what I do and going in public and playing his music in front of humans. Just
shout out to that. Yeah.
Just create music and I just distribute it and I stay in my office. Please don't bother me.
Yeah, that's dope as hell.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah. I feel like, there's some artists that thrive on the live performance aspect. I've done enough live performances to know that I always enjoy them. I step off the stage and I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to do this forever. And then like a week goes by, I forget all about it. I'm like, why would I ever do that? Mm-hmm. For me, I like the act of creating more, the just shutting myself in a room and just scribbling in my notes app. That's what's fun to me, talking about my feelings. But I feel like DJs like Gons, Augie, like going out there, sharing your beats, that's super cool. I support it.
I don't mind performing. I just never envisioned that is my like weekly routine of being in some smoke-filled cesspool with, some guy walking up to me wanting me to listen to his track or, listen to my beats after the show, or hey, let me get your Instagram so I can follow you. Like that, those aspects of it is what drew me away from live performances, not the actual performing itself. Performing is fine. It's like the interaction bullshit that you have to endure. I say endure as if it's like killing me. It is. But that part is what negated the I want to do this every week for me.
Do you remember the motherfucker that came into the Discord? What was it, a year ago? Like, I haven't seen him around for a while, but he argued with basically the entire Discord, including me, being like, nah, why would I stick around? Why would I network at a local show? I'm just going to put my music up there. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to fuck off. And they're going to like bow to me at how great it was. And then that's how you get followers. It's like, no, idiot. Like, networking is the only way people will give a shit about you. Like, there's so much music out there. No one gives a fuck about you, and they're not going to search you. There's no way to search music.
Yeah, you can't just say new music anymore and find like the latest, greatest underground people, because like I think Cody Nash said the other day, 10,000 or 100,000 songs get uploaded to Spotify every day. Your new music is just a blip in the ocean to a common listener who's never going to find you without knowing who you are or happen chance across you because you got shuffled up in the algorithm of whatever their shit that they're listening to. It's just not going to happen. So I mean, even my introvertedness, I realize that, so I invest marketing dollars in like, okay, I know I'm not, my limited interaction with random strangers is yes, engagement to get people interested in me and therefore interested in my music, but at the same token, I'm not out in the streets every week, so I need to promote my music elsewhere by spending money on it. Like, you can't just do nothing and expect to have something in return. It just doesn't work like that.
And honestly, there's so much talent out there. Like you said, you're one of millions. So for anyone to give a shit about you, they have to feel something. They have to feel a personal connection, whether it's to your music or your personality. And frankly, like, there's so much dope music out there. Somebody's out there that's better than you, and they'll take times to like talk to the audience, talk to the fans, be like, what's up? How are you? What's your life all about? Cool. I'm David. I'm an artist. Good to meet you.
Right.
You're not about that life. You don't have to be. You can like Dice said, find other outlets, but you have to find some reason that people would care about you.
Yeah, I might think I have the dopest song in the world dropping on Friday, but oh, guess what? NK47 is also dropping on Friday, and nobody gives a shit about me compared to him. So like, you're competing with also other unknown people, like Bird said, who may be doper or even like is equal to you, but they just have more personality and they're out there thriving, where you're just kind of like, I think I'm hot shit because I made a good song. Like, there's levels to this to actually get the exposure that you want that some people just don't recognize, but can't teach everybody.
Well, the way that we chose to expose ourselves to the public, wink, was a documentary coming out August 5th. Can't wait. Amazon Prime, Apple TV. You get to see what we're up to behind closed doors when making an album and meeting each other for the first time. We look like we're best friends because we're situated next to each other on screen, but I don't know this fucking guy.
Who's this guy?
Yeah. See what happens when strangers stop being nice, start being real.
I missed that show so much. Before it became like a clusterfuck of fabricated real world challenges bullshit when they actually put human beings in random situations.
I love that too. I always wanted to be on the Real World, and I even like filled out an application once in like 2000, I don't know, 2000 probably 8. The one where they did a crowdsource, and they're like, all right, whoever gets the most amount of votes gets to earn one spot in the house. Casting directors do all the rest. I think it was a guy named Greg, and he was the biggest douchebag out of all douchebags. Out of all the douchebags in the land, he was king douchebag. He lasted like a week, and they kicked him out for being so arrogant and a piece of shit. That's all I remember.
I feel like that was kind of like the downfall of reality TV shows, is when the casting went from let's find interesting and unique personalities to let's find the most annoying or like outgoing or outspoken people. And it became less of like, let's put interesting people together who may or may not get along, to let's just find a bunch of like assholes and flamboyant personalities and just put a camera behind them.
I maybe shouldn't tell you this in case I get cast, but I just got a email from MTV Casting, and they're like, hey, you almost applied for the Circle once. We have your information on file. We're currently casting for Squid Games Season 3. The challenge,
I got that email too.
Challenge. Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you going to do it? Are you thinking about it?
I'm thinking about it. I'd have to be convinced. I feel like I don't have that outgoing personality where they're like, yeah, we should cast this. I would probably cause a lot of chaos being on a show like that, but you probably wouldn't get that from just a regular interaction with me. You know me. Like, I showed up to the fucking mansion and we went to Walmart one day and I bought Nerf guns because I'm like, you know what this house needs? Chaos. Let's buy Nerf guns.
Brilliant idea. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'd love the social, like, conniving aspect of it, but I would fucking hate if there's any height challenges. And spoiler alert for anyone that's seen, not like, okay, I'm 5'8", calm down. But like, you know, if anyone's seen it, you know, spoiler alert, there's a section where you're like going across this giant bridge and you like get knocked off. And there's like a jump rope section where you have to like basically keep in the air and not get hit off by this metal jump rope, which pushes you over the edge into a spike pit.
No.
Can't do it. Too high.
You practice this?
I mean, I could jump with the bat. Well, used to be able to jump.
Before the Achilles. I think, Jacob, I think what you said, I think if somebody gave us a budget and said, do a new version of Real World, but with musicians, we could pull that off. 1,000%.
That's kind of what the documentary was in a way.
That's why I think we could do
that. Yeah.
That's what I think we can do. It. I mean, we got a Discord full of talented fucks, some of who have flamboyant personalities, some of who annoy the shit out of other people, some of who are just like friendly people. And we throw them all in a house together and say, hey, do what we did, create an album. Who knows what'll happen?
Who knows? Tune in next week. All right, Real World WCR. What are your thoughts? What would happen? Who's there? What happens?
Me? You asking me or you asking the chat?
I'm asking chat. Who should be involved in Real World WCR? As well as while they're typing, what are your thoughts? Who comes? Who's the
how many people are
slut?
How many people are we talking about?
Let's say 10, but outside of us, it can't be core members. It has to be just random selections for whatever reason.
Swagleen.
Okay.
I think Swagleen, just because whatever random songs he does, and he's a producer, so he could add twofold. I feel like people have a love-hate relationship with Catalyst. Like either people enjoy him or they absolutely loathe him. Add him there for that wild card. Rogue Jepsen, just to see him like break down mentally at one point, and like he's like in the corner in tears, and there's like a camera in his face, and he doesn't know what to do with him. It will make people in the audience love him, and it will make other people be like, "What the fuck is this guy's problem? He's got huge opportunity, and he's crying in the corner." This is going to be a risky move, but Gray Baby.
Ooh.
Not because of any musical talent whatsoever, even though she has recorded and she could, you know, knock out a song, but purely for the energy of like roller coaster of emotions, like hyping people up one day, in the next moment, like I'm going to throw a controller at Catalyst's head because we played Among Us and he snitched on me.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That's 4.
Both the hype and the gripe.
Yeah, gotta have like the pure raw anger, but also the like, oh my god, I love it. I'm so happy to be here.
That'd be a good roller coaster.
Who else beyond that? Let me see who's in the tournament. I think Nick Bonin would be interesting because guy's kind of reserved, but also makes some great music. Be interesting to see what it sounds like. I know he's done some collabs with people in the community, but we haven't really heard him collab with people in the community, right? Like, I know he did a song with Cody Nash. I know he's done a song with you. I have a song with him. I haven't heard him really do anything with anybody else. It'd be curious to see how he would blend with other people's styles. I'd pick Noir because I think Noir understands when to be funny, but he also brings a level of logic and sensibility to the group. Like, as soon as people are like, I'm going to say just some random propaganda, I can see Noir is typing in the lounge. I'm like, okay, Noir saw something that said, okay, this is bullshit. I need to make sure people are using their brains. Stop the smooth brain from spreading out.
Yeah, it's good to stop the smooth brain at its core. Yep.
Yeah. Who else? Casanova Westside. I think that he's dope. I'm looking through the participants here. I'm
gonna throw. Well, no, this is your thing.
Bird, producer Bird. I feel like he has a level of talent that's untapped, but his confidence would just piss everybody off to the point. It'd be like Dylon in Making the Band. Like,
dude. Every night he would be just drunk off of his ass, like, come on, guys, we're freestyling. And everyone's like, no, we're writing a song. We're in the middle of a song right now. He's like, no, come to the living room.
It's like, nah, man, let's just go off vibes. Just hit the record button.
Yeah, let's go, brother.
Like, I could imagine you bring in like some well-established act, like you bring in T-Pain, and he's like, yeah, T-Pain, this is the group that we're bringing together. And producer Bird's like, nah, T-Pain, let me show you how to do this. Let me show you how to lay this hook down and hit these keys and use Melodyne, and just giving T-Pain all this advice. And T-Pain is like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he giving me advice? Purely from that aspect. What is that? What am I at? 6 or 7?
7.
Swaggling, I'm at 7. Okay, I need 3 more. Ray stands. I feel like Ray is like a good in-between balance of like knows what to do now at this point in his stage, but also still able to learn. So I think he would be like a sponge of like asking questions for people who are there.
Do you feel like there'd also be like I've hung with Ray's cool guy, cool hang. Do you think there's a potential for maybe the younger folks getting drunk and sloppy and him just having his like moment where he's like fucking shaking his head in the corner like, these fucking
there will definitely be a moment of like Ray's like, it's 2 a.m. everybody's like chaotic and crazy, and Ray's like done shaking his head. He's like, you know what, I'm calling it a night. You guys do whatever. I don't want to be involved in this anymore. I'm going to my room. Definitely see Ray doing that. Here's a wild card that I would throw out there. Adon. I would want to see Adon out there showing off his production, because he can produce, but also pissing people off in just random
Arguing
conversations.
constantly.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Jay-Z was better than Nas, and I have the rankings to prove it.
I would
Just
throw
actually people the whole time.
Yeah, I would throw a Don in the mix just to annoy people, like Catalyst. Like, it's a wild card. Either you agree with him on some things, or that guy totally pisses you off. And then who would be the last person? I have a few options floating in my head, but I'm thinking entertainment value, right?
Yeah. That's what we're here for.
I would put Trev in here just for the fact that every time he would get on a song, he would diss somebody and emotions would flare up and people would be angry and commotion would ensue.
Love that. Here's a couple other honorable mentions that I had in my head. Joe Boston.
I thought about that too.
Joe Boston would be so fun. He'd be like, "Hey guys, we're grilling steaks over here," and they're like, "Okay, yeah, cool." He's like, "No, seriously, get over here. I'm staking."
Yeah,
and yeah, that'd be fun.
I feel like Joe Boston would. Yeah, he would lay down a verse and then ask everybody, "Hey guys, what does everybody think about this?" And then get annoyed that nobody responded fast enough while everybody's still thinking and processing. He's like, "Oh well, fuck, I guess I'm invisible."
I also see a scene where he's teaching Rogue Jepsen how to throw a punch. He's like, "No, you gotta use your back leg and
body.
push from the bottom. Use your kinetic energy to." So Joe Boston would be hilarious. I'm gonna throw a wild card in here. Ripples. I think Ripples would be interesting because he has like this kind of set in stone, like boom bap, been doing like kind of this style forever. And it'd be really interesting to see him like be presented with these different ideas from Swag Lean, where it's like, here, let's talk about, putting fish sticks in some pussies. And he's like, how do I make this boom bap?
I definitely feel like there would be a scene where, like you said, Swag Lean is like, "Nah, I'm gonna talk about fucking somebody's grandma," and Ripple's just like observing and listening. He's like, "Nah, we're about to do some boom bap," and just be dead serious about it too. He's like, "No, we're not doing that."
Yeah.
But shout out to all those people. I think we could put together an interesting couple of seasons with just the people on the Discord. We got talented folks and we got interesting personalities that I think that we could rival the real world in real life.
Stay tuned. Real World WCR. Maybe.
We'll see what happens. Speaking of WCR and the last mixtape, did you still want to play that song that we have from there? Or did you want to get out of here? You got things to do.
I don't have anything to do. I mean, no one responded. I was like, we can play my favorite song from the album, but I feel like most of the people that are still here, if there are any still here, probably already heard it.
Maybe.
But
anybody want to
hear a sneak preview of the album that's going to be accompanying the documentary, 8-5, we could do it.
Where's Unreleased Dice? It's on my hard drive, never to be seen again. That's where it is.
I mean, maybe if the people demand, maybe play your favorite song from your Unreleased.
Nah, fuck those guys.
All right. I mean, we can get out of here.
My album is dropping 8/10. So first watch the documentary, listen to the songs from the documentary, listen to Bird's album dropping August 1st, and then listen to Unreleased Dice August 10th. So, but I've dropped it. Okay, here's the thing. Remember how people be like,
what's the thing?
Remember people be like, yeah, you should drop a song every week. That's how you gain traction and everything. I've dropped a song every week for the last 2.5-3 months. I'm here to boldly claim it does nothing to boost anything up, doesn't excite people, doesn't boost your numbers, doesn't do shit. I've seen a random spike on a couple of songs, but if you wanted my opinion on just like, hey, drop a song every week, and mind you, I ran this experiment also doing no promotion on it because I didn't want to like blow out my budget when I knew I had an album coming up, but B, I just wanted to see what is the raw reaction to like consistently just dropping a song every week, because somebody mentioned to me, yeah, if you drop a song every week, then the algorithms see that you're doing that consistently and they pick you up. No, they don't. Nobody gives a shit. It doesn't. Your core audience already listening to you will listen to it, but outside of that, it just like pretty much flatline, same rate of traction. So yeah, no unreleased dice. Fuck you guys. I've dropped a song every week for the last 2 months, and you guys didn't give a shit. So fuck y'all, except for Augie because he tipped $10, and now he's requesting a song. Shit, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, he's a $10 tipper, so he gets what he wants.
All right, whatever.
Play Pop That.
All right, well then my question is to Augie, do you want to hear Pop That or do you want to hear the remix with YPG on it? We're not rating it.
I'll rate it. It's only fair. Rate your own song.
It's not fair. There's nothing fair about this at all. I feel pressured.
I mean, $10 is a good amount of pressure.
Do the remix. All right, we're doing the remix. Here is from the deluxe version. So the regular version of my album is dropping on, god damn it, fucking Jacob. All right. Fuck these guys. All right, the regular album is dropping on August 10th. Then there's going to be a deluxe version that's going to drop on September 7th. So I'll play Pop That remix from the deluxe version with 4 additional tracks. So here is Pop That with YPG. When we get in vinyls, I got to set up the store for that. It's a whole process. Tell you guys later.
Pop that, 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 pop that.
Yeah. Dice moved up in the stats. Check my rep, I pop that tag. Check my fresh, I got that bag. You don't want smoke, so stop that sass. I don't wanna roll my sleeves up. I flex in the mink coat G'd up. And once you stay white teed up. And the girl is so fine, say Jesus. Oh my God, man. What you know about squad, man? I've been known to get rockin'. Pulling up and I drop in. You ain't got what I'm coppin'. Looking like I just made my pay for the day. Rolling up to the store with a glow, let them know that a bro be doing okay. Hey, they don't wanna see me pop that. When I see it on TV, cop that. Don't wanna know more, I drop that. Y'all looking so lame, so stop that. They don't wanna see me pop that. When I see it on TV, cop that. Don't wanna know more, I drop that. Y'all looking so lame, so stop that.
I've been poppin' since I was young in perpetual motion, you know it's YPG.
Yes, YPG.
Flex with my OG, sent me to B, now it's RIP. Local to global, killing the feature, no fee. Stump for the one time, bitch, I'm too humble. Step out, I'm fitted, time, bitch, they been wishing they hit me up sooner before I went total. Billboard boy, about to be a big thing, chillin' paradise, kick back with the same squad. Every time I pop out the crib, headlines pop up like the just caught damn Sasquatch. Flows unmatched, every piece attached, every whole heartbreak when I ain't hit back. Every night I tank 10 grams and I dream 10 grams for the all out for the whole
They don't
fam.
wanna see me pop that. When I see it on TV, cop that. Don't wanna know more, I drop that. Y'all looking so lame, so stop that. They don't wanna see me pop that. When I see it on TV, cop that. Don't wanna know more, I drop that. Y'all looking so lame, so stop that. Drop that. Throw it in the bag, I'm buying. Might call her right back, I'm lying. She looking so fine, I'm trying to take her back home and dive. And I've been working so much, I'm cooked. Stay busy all day, I'm booked. Got a pretty ass face, I'm hooked. Got a thick old waist, I looked. Yeah, baby, let me take you home now. I'm about to pull my phone now. Go ahead, pull that thong out. Night is young, but grown now. Swinging around with a G. All them other dudes, they not me. Seen them all when I beg for a piece of the pie, but you mind when you with no sheets. They don't wanna see me pop that. When I see it on TV, cop that. Don't wanna know more, I drop that. Y'all looking so lame, so stop that. They don't wanna see me pop that. When I see it on TV, cop that. Don't wanna know more, I drop that. Y'all looking so lame, so stop that. Drop that.
All right, let's Pop That remix with YPG.
Hell yeah. Strip club music for the non-strippers. You know, those are for the upstanding young ladies who are literally in there to get chicken wings.
Why did the chicken wings be so fire at the strip clubs?
Always. It always be that way.
Always.
It always be that way. Yeah, that's a danceable song. Am I right? Makes you want to shake your shoulders a little bit. Pop that. Yeah, that's fun.
All right. Jacob wanted to hear Polaroid / Vision Me for his gifted subscription. So I guess I'll be forced to play that. This was produced by Jacob, and then he offered to mix it as well. So Sorry, Bird. Didn't intend to go this route at the end of the show.
Dice night. Let's go. Well, and Augie also,
Gifted another
again,
stuff.
so
Fuck.
yeah. What you want? What you want us to do?
I fucking can't. And if I try to do you wrong, it's fucking pain. I just wanna.
Bird track.
Hey, I get to do a thing.
So baby, take a Polaroid, come take a picture, and come and holler at your boy. I'm trying to get you. I know you've been alone. We can kick it alright. Hit me on my phone. You can get in my ride. Girl, you so fine, it don't even make no sense. I'm taking my time, trying to make this all legit. No rush in my mind. You done came and you done went. I'm watching your behind, got the curves that make me sick. Ain't trying to be the last guy, I'm trying to be the next. Leave them suckers in the past time, show you no regret. All them things that went wrong, I can make it alright. All that drama at home, you can take it outside. Look at me, I'm just a chill guy, trying to keep it real. I know you shedding tears now, tell me how you feel. You need another ear now, I'ma make it clear. All I do is listen, hope the stress can disappear. You ask me for my tape, relax, it's not a date. Relapse on your mistakes, sit back and make a change. You gotta be the baddest that I seen up in the crowd. Look around, hear me out, cause I'm trying to settle down. So baby, take a Polaroid, come take a picture, and come and holler at your boy. I'm trying to get you. I know you've been alone, we can kick it alright. Hit me on my phone, you can get in my ride. What you mean you don't know yet? You just gotta focus. I ain't trying to play around, baby, you the dopest. Anytime you ain't around, I be feeling hopeless. Why you think I hang around? I want you to know this. I know that your situation got you on the run now. You been on the road, putting work into the sundown. Living off the hype, and I know you wanna come down. Trying to feel me out, hear me out, I'ma come around. I don't need no promises, honest, it's just a matter of time. I think you put a spell up on me just to stay in my mind. Cause when I try to move along, I fucking can't. And if I try to do you wrong, it's fucking pain. I just wanna know what you've been thinking about. Who been on your brain when you talking to me sinking down? Is it all a game? Let me know, let me go. Will you ever pick a lane all alone on the phone? Guess some things will never change. Take a Polaroid, come take a picture, and come and holler at your boy. I'm trying to get you. I know you've been alone, we can kick it alright. Hit me on my phone, you can get in my ride. So baby, take a Polaroid, come take a picture, and come and holler at your boy. I'm trying to get you. I know you've been alone, we can kick it alright. Hit me on my phone, you can get in my ride. So baby, take a Polaroid, come take a picture, holler at your boy. I'm trying to get you. So baby, take a Polaroid, come take a picture, and come and holler at your boy. I'm trying to get you.
What up, Mortal B? How we doing?
Wait, there's more.
Oh yeah, there is.
It was summertime, you was divine, you looking fine. And now I'm trying to make up a plan to make you mine. Pretty brown eyes with those really thick thighs. Anytime you walk by, I really just sigh. You so heavenly, number one, yeah, you better be. Whenever you come around, I know you better me. They keep on telling me lust is just fleeting. So what? I trust lust, got us meeting. I wrote a novel just to see if you would listen. Will you ask me about lines? Do you pay attention? I guess I'm jealous, I can't vision what you see. So all I gotta ask is, will you vision me?
Alright.
Will you vision me? I always fucking hated it when you said vision me. It bugged me to no end. I hated it.
Vision me, Bird.
Still do. But fun little end to that, you know? Cool song. I am curious. Did Jacob do any of the highlights on the hook, or was that all you?
That's all me.
Well, sounded a little different. Good shit. Take a picture.
Yeah.
Smooth. It's that butter voice, man. I don't know how much fucking sticks of butter that you eat just on a regular basis. Like you eat a Twix bar in one hand and then a stick of fucking margarine, hump, just taking bites out of it. Butter
I don't see any problem with that as a visual.
Yeah. How long of a queue we have? So technically we're done tonight. We had a couple tips that were requesting us to play some unreleased music. Traditionally, this is where our subs and our tippers play. But I'm in a good mood. I feel like, if you join the Discord, submit a track, I'd listen to it.
Yeah. If you jump in there, we got a request from Augie to play one from Bird. We can do yours right after that.
Yeah.
All right.
You wanted a thuggin' one, so as far as unreleased shit, this is a thuggin'-ish. My favorite thuggin' one is probably Humble. That song bangs, but this one's coming out soon.
Yeah, if you Mortal, if you go on our Discord, there should be a channel called since you're not a subscriber yet, it'll be called Sunday Stream Feedback. You can post it in there at the very bottom, and I'll pick it up from there. In the meantime, here is a thuggin' track from D-Bird as requested by Augie. This is called Moving Numbers.
Also featuring Paradise and Thailand.
Gunshot.
I'm a Gemini with blue eyes. True statement, I'm two-faced when the moon rise. Flash a smile or a wink, those are true signs. She put the ass in astrology, that thing is too live. Ha! Let's not worry about the past, won't go behind your back like Curry with the pass. And loving it like McDonald's, always flirting when we chat. Not vanilla, baby, splatter whole McFlurry on your back, yeah. Do you like the beat choke? Get some type of heat stroke when I throw it deep, whoa. Make you moan and scream, yo, I'll leave your clothes in sheet soap. Steal your heart, girl, you can get them ovaries poached. This headline reads bad news. Get a tattoo on my chest to remind these hoes my love's a vacuum. A new age gentleman, tell them they don't gotta leave that soon. But oh, it's Saturday, got something to do at noon. Oh damn, I did it again with zero recollection. Went home with a 10. I'm the one that you need, got too much to spend. It's the 3-second rule, drop it down, I move in. Numbers, numbers, numbers. I'm moving. Numbers, numbers, numbers. I'm the one that you need, got too much to spend. It's the 3-second rule, drop it down, I move in. Yeah.
Baby, make it jiggle, I just wanna wipe it down. It ain't nothing like some twerking that'll make a brother smile. Yeah, 20 after 20, I've been throwing for a while. I'm supposed to pay a bill, let the motherfucker bounce. Yeah, them titties got the glitter on them now. Yeah, you pretty, I might spend a couple thou. I don't even drink, but I think I bought the whole bar. Trying to show these bad bitches that I'm like a whole star. Where my car at, man, tell the valet gon' get it. Got the sunroof wide, showing off the whole city. Who you thought it was, man, all dice, no diddy. Put the Henny in my glass, send it back, no really. I'm a street tough, any bad broad, I'm a sweeper. Put it in my phone, lock it in, I'm a keeper. Hit me on my line, 2 a.m., I'm a speaker. Only take a minute, drop a pin, I'm a creeper.
Oh damn, I did it again.
That's
with
nice.
zero recollection, went home with a
I'm
10.
the
I'm the
first
one that you need, got too much to spend. It's the 3-second rule, drop it down, I move in. Numbers, numbers, numbers. I'm moving. Numbers, numbers, numbers. I'm the one that you need, got too much to spend. It's the 3-second rule, drop it down, I move in.
If you smell the weed, you know lamb in the building, hands to the ceiling. He short as hell, but he a handsome little nigga. I might as well get me a glass of that liquor. The party just getting started, we came to the party lit up. Bitch, I'm live and I'm feeling like the best rapper alive. Once that Julio kick in, you gon' have to pick a side. Way too high, standing on the couch, I feel like I can fly. Coolest nigga in the room, I just did it for shrooms, moonwalking while the sun is out. What we talking about? We get money, that's without a doubt. Big face, hundred. Watch me count 'em out. Ain't shit funny. Better watch your mouth. Oh damn, we got it on the cam. Me and the whole fam, we out here going ham. And if you ain't high, you got the wrong strand. White collar rhymes is bird, dice, and lamb.
Oh damn, I did it again with zero recollection. Went home with a 10. I'm the one that you need, got too much to spend. It's the 3-second rule, drop it down, I move in. Numbers, numbers, numbers. I'm moving. Numbers, numbers, numbers. I'm the one that you need, got too much to spend. It's the 3-second rule, drop it down, I move in. Yeah.
right, that was Move and Number from D Bird, myself, and Timothy Lamb. Is that going to be on the album?
It's on the album. Yep,
Yeah.
coming out August 1st.
Hell yeah.
So 2 Fridays from now.
There we go.
Yeah, we out here.
We do things sometimes.
Yeah.
All
we
right.
should probably go to a strip club together, though, for the next time we're inspired to make strip club music.
And get some chicken wings.
Definitely. Wouldn't be a strip club trip without the wings.
Word. All right, here is Mortal Beats. This is track 4, Uneasy, featuring Leanne Kaptong.
First studio album. Congratulations.
I like
Sounded like Sully.
But never will I know. Steady as you go, I'll be there with you. And tell me when you know I care for you. Uneasy, you're so uneasy. But never will I know, will you stay with me?
Look, I'm so insufficient in so many ways. Shit, I keep finding you, run on my aid. I follow your path and I'm stuck in your ways. If ever you're lost, then lead me astray. I'm down to be lost with you. You sketch out my flaws, call me your art with all of my drawing issues. Like, look what you got into. I constantly tell you I'm about to trip over loose ends. Undermine my improvements. Overthink all my old sins till you find out I'm a nuisance. Till you lie with me, though the truth bends. Though we disagree, we're congruent. Bottling up on the violence, but it's silence. You are fluent. What is fate for a man like me to receive such a precious jewel? Left here feeling destitute for the stress of this vestibule. If death ever gets to me, then it's best right next to you. And if death ever gets to you, then it's best that it gets me too. For the greatest days, you're the best of hues. And I know when I'm blue, you're already prepared to imprint me in all of your skies. Give you my best, cause if ever I fail, no, I'm left with the image of knowing I tried. Give you what's left for the thoughts in my mind. Although it's clear that I'm flawed by design. Forever I'll try till you're free of the hurt in your eyes. And you finally have peace in your mind.
16 from Atlanta. Mortal, did you do the rapping, the singing, just the production? What did you do on this? Let us know.
Uneasy, you're so uneasy. But never will I know, will you stay with me?
Wow.
Still insufficient, all of my love. Haunted by all that I was, saying's the time. I wish I could take all my dust and sweep it up under the rug. Yet I keep finding you, picking me up, cleaning me up. Tell me to trust you. All of the things that you do remind me of all of the things I love. Your hug, your smile, your touch, and how many truths that I find in your mind. Tell you I'm lost in the night sky, but I find light in the moon that resides in your eyes. All of your secrets is living in me. My favorite lyrics a beat. I tell you my record is broken. You tell me it helps get a rhythm and sing. Feeling the mix. We're just broken shells on the ocean floor, trying to glean through. Allowed me to open doors to my broken chords. Now I'm see-through, still I see you through trials and errors. Next to you, these times are better. Never mind the weather. Yo, summer blues feel like winter sweaters. And though we fall, no, our bonds forever. It's true. Yeah. It's true. It's true.
You'd love to see it. NF, K. Dot, J. Cole. These are your inspirations. You're looking for inspiration in all the right places.
Is that your Mount Rushmore, Bert?
I don't know if I go that far, but it's cool to see someone who's so young put respect on like lyricism, you know?
Word. That was Mortal with Uneasy featuring Leanne. I definitely think that the flow is there. Like at 16, like we've said this to some people before who probably share in your talent. Like you're you're definitely levels beyond where some of us started, where some people are still at today, you know, having done it for years. So I think the flow is definitely solid there. I think that the production was good as well. Like, I think I like the beat. The only thing that I would probably criticize on this, being a slow song, there are some like empty pockets where I think what I gather from this is like it's going off of like the feeling, and the listener has to like be in the feeling of the track. And if this is in track 4 of a project, you have to make sure that you set it up for that vibe. Because as a standalone track, there's a lot of emptiness in this where I'm like, as a listener, I'm like waiting for the next thing to happen or waiting for you to say something. And those pockets are not filled quite yet. So, you know, in an album process, I can see it like, okay, he's probably set up the mood in the track before, or maybe something happens after that. But, you know, as a standalone listen, you kind of want to make sure, like, does this track hold up as like a singular piece, or does it need something accompanying to like present it before I get to this mood and this feeling? But I like it as for what it is. You know, not to like pit you against people, but I do like your parts more than the hook. I feel like the hook, maybe it's just because of the effect on the vocals with the you know, the phone sound like phased out a little bit. I feel less engaged with the hook than I do your verses, but I don't think that really takes away from the hook itself. I just like the verses more. I'll give it where am I at with this? First listen, I'll give it a 7.5.
Yeah. I'm kind of around the same ballpark. I think here's the things that stood out to me. I think the rapping from a technical perspective, fucking fire. Like,
yeah.
I want to say flawless, but like if there was a flaw to point out in the technical execution, it would be probably in the mix. I think, like, you know, it's kind of a small thing, especially as 16. Like, if you're just doing that raw, that's great. Awesome. I think, you know, if you're just listening to a song without any context, without like the direct feedback from you of here's my song, here's what I was doing, here's why, I think I would kind of hone in on the mix of the vocals. It felt like there was like some sibilance, some like, you know, some of the S's were popping out of the verse. At the same time, the flow is on point the whole time. Great delivery. The emotion was there. The writing was there. So, you know, that's kind of a nitpicky thing just to highlight if you're looking for feedback, is we notice it. At the same time, you're good enough where it doesn't really factor into my rating this time as much. I will say the hook, I'm with Dice. I'm just like, there's something about the effect. There's something about the tone, the way it hits the beat, where I'm like, it's not quite where I want it to be. And I'm wondering if maybe there was additional layers to just kind of add more body and kind of add, like, fill in some of those spaces. Yeah. It is a slow beat, so you have like kind of a slower melodramatic tone to the hook. And I wanted just a little bit more execution wise from that. But still a solid track. You know what? I'm going to give it an 8. Give it an 8 for first listen.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Is I think just being a singular layer hook, it feels a little bit empty when it gets to that part. So maybe like more layers would have helped, you know, give it some emphasis, give it some body to drive home that emotional part. But yeah, cool first listen, man. Excited to hear more from you. Stick around the Discord. We got an active, engaging community. We're in the middle of a song league right now, so I'll be pinging everybody soon to get some votes in, so you can actually check out some of the talent on our Discord. We got a lot of people on here, from artists to engineers to producers to graphics people. So, you know, don't feel like at 16 you have to be a one-stop shop everyman. Reach out to people for advice, input, feedback. We do this show every Wednesday for subscribers, and then Sunday mornings we do it for non-subscribers, which we call the free queue. So if you got more stuff you want to listen to, feel free to drop it into that Sunday channel where you dropped this one at.
Yeah.
Welcome
back Sunday morning. I know Klepto dropped one more. Traditionally, we only do one per thing, but I like Klepto, and I'm open to But we got to close it like for sure down after this. I still got a song to write tonight.
Done. Fucking donezo, Klepto.
This
Sick
is
of
it,
you.
Klepto.
Sick of you and your shenanigans. All right. Here's Klepto Man. All dogs go to heaven.
And yeah, Mortal, would love to hear the album. Keep dropping. You know, we also do album reviews. So yeah, you can keep on dropping singles. Sunday's the next time of that. Otherwise, you know, if you want us to sit down and listen to a whole album back to back, I forget what that is, like $20 or I don't know.
$25. Yeah.
$25.
Yeah, you can either request me and Bird to do it, or we have this crazy character that you'll probably run across on the Discord named Passive. He does album reviews as well. He is a little insane, so bear with him, but he's a gentle heart. We'll say that. All right, here's Klepto Man. All dogs go to heaven.
You need to consider staying in place until the threat has subsided or blown over.
I like a Suicide Boy song.
Leave up by that triple six degree. Cause they say, hey, I'm on a murder day. Yeah, Christ, turn that set and bless the definition. Nowadays, I give my dog a fucking chase of death. Nowadays, I give my dog a fucking chase of death. I'm a piece of savage, do I want the average. I see me coming out, he knew I had to throw his shit up, check. Let the body kick, drummer with the stick. There's one fucking turn up, who you fucking with. Get the chopper, pop it, chopper, Dalai Lama. When I'm up and I'm quick to shoot the light. Violence getting louder, practice getting funny, yeah. When I'm in the currency, ain't no cop up again. Nowadays I give my job a fucking chase of death. Mama brings a savage, do I want the average. I see me coming out, he knew I had to throw his shit up, check. Let the body kick, drummer with the stick. It's a fucking turn up, who you fucking with. Get the cup, pop it, chopper, Dalai Lama. Feel like it's a shotgun, switch. Fuck 'em up, show them nigga mini like.
We up the same, we separated by commas. Yeah, we up the same until we up the same by commas. Alien invasion, let the run up to me, mama. We in the problems, so all the cousins, all your problems, bitch, I'm in the Nevada. 50 ones, I got 'em. So then we set.
Nowadays I give my job a fucking chase of death. I'm a piece of savage, do I want the average. I see me coming out, he knew I had to throw his shit up, check. Let the body kick, drummer with the stick. There's one fucking turn up, who you fucking with. Get the cup, pop it, chopper, Dalai Lama. When I'm up and I'm quick to shoot the light. Violence getting louder, practice getting funny, yeah. When I'm in the currency, ain't no cop up again. Nowadays I give my job a fucking chase of death. Mama brings a savage, do I want the average. I see me coming out, he knew I had to throw his shit up, check. Let the body kick, drummer with the stick. It's a fucking turn up, who you fucking with. Get the cup, pop it, chopper, Dalai Lama. Feel like it's a shotgun, I'm a fucking problem. Streets coming back, the strong down, chop. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, that was Klepto Man with All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Great movie. Sad movie.
Sad movie, yeah.
Here's my first reaction, Klepto. Again, it feels well produced, but it kind of feels like sound ADD. You know, like it is lacking the structure to make a cohesive, like, oh, this all belongs together, right? In my ear. For this one particularly, I wish there was less vocal, like the vocal sample is just happening the whole time. And it's not that I don't like Suicide Boys. I think that it can add a layer of like, oh, this is another instrumentation, but you have so much going on. You know, this is kind of what we were saying about the last one. When you get the video on demand, you can kind of go back and rewatch whatever it is that we said to that. I don't remember specifics, but I do remember it kind of felt the same way, where it's like I wish there was just a little bit more structure to add some rhyme or reason. And so all of the sounds work well together. They sound good, but it's a lot. You can definitely get ear fatigue from this. So I wish, again, less is more. I wish you were a little bit more strategic with your samples, where you can have that Suicide Boys half, couple bars or whatever, and then die, like super dope. Sounds great. But then let the instrumentation go, right? Have that section just be your metallic blah, 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 blah. And you can have some switch ups in there, but not like every other line. Not every line needs a switch up. So just let it breathe and be more strategic structure wise would be my feedback. Still cool sounds and parts that are really dope. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5.
Yeah, I'm doubling down on what I said earlier. Is like the vocal samples, like Bird said, is just excessive, and not even that it sound in this one. I think it's better than the use in the 50 Cent one, but not even that it sounds bad. It's just like, why so much of it? I would rather it be strategically like used at like, oh, I'm about to do a drop, or oh, I'm about to do a transition here, than just like constantly playing over and over again. Because it feels like it's at that point you might as well just put the full track over it rather than just using the same chop 20 times in the same track.
It loses its specialness. It's
Yeah,
like you're dating an OnlyFans model, you can just see that on the internet.
yeah. I mean, it's like the specialness of the butthole goes away when you see it, all down your timeline.
Yeah.
But I think I struggle with your production is because it sounds clean, but like Bird said, it's just ADD. Like it's hard to focus on one particular section because you're so busy doing so much. And that's where I struggle with is like, do I give you points for like it being mixed well and like sounding awesome, or do I just like say, well, hey, hold on, I hate this because you can't focus for more than like 20 seconds at a time? I struggle with that on my rating. And to your point, I don't think it needs to be calm necessarily. I think more appreciation for each section, more attention to each section than just like, well, let me transition to something else. I think
too many switch ups too fast.
Yeah,
Let
it's
some
like
of the sections breathe.
Yeah, it's like give it more of a controlled chaos than I have to calm everything down. Like I don't think that you have a problem with sounds like clashing and not blending together. It's just you just have too many different sections in it for me to like really appreciate one more than the other. I'm just sitting here like, well, I don't know what I liked about it. It just all sounded good. And I'd rather appreciate one aspect of it, like, oh yeah, this part between 1 minute and 1 minute and 50 seconds, that was my favorite part. But I'm sitting here like, I don't know what my favorite part is because it all sounded good. It just, I hate the vocal sample. So it's like hard for me to say what I like the most.
I can tell you exactly what I think could be our favorite. It's mine, but like that sample, and then he like kind of goes off of the die.
Yeah.
That part is so great. And if you didn't have that stupid fucking sample happening throughout the whole thing, where you're like, an OnlyFans model butthole, like losing its specialness, that piece instantly, like, if you had that instrumentation, you had like the sections where it was just the instrumental going, and then you could hear in the music, oh, my favorite sample is coming back. That's the difference, where you make the listener be like, oh, I recognize this is when that sample is going to come back, and it's going to lead into that die section.
Yeah, that's a perfect explanation, because you use the sample so much in so many different sections. There's not like a memorable callback. Like I can't be like, oh shit, my favorite part's about to come on because I recognize the sample usage, because you use the sample in like 8 different sections. So it's like, I don't know which one was that. I'd have to go truly scroll back and listen to it rather than hearing it and being like, oh wait, here comes my favorite part again. So yeah, more strategic use of the samples. Half as many ideas probably go a long way. I think I'm in the same ballpark. I'll give it a 7.5. Maybe I jumped the gun on my rating earlier, but like, again, if I have to give your mixing and production a rating, it's like 9s and 10s. But if I have to give the overall piece, like what can be better about this. It's just too much chaos. You need to control the chaos. It's like at a 7.5, 8 at best.
Yeah, when you see the video on demand, I prefaced my shit. I was like, I'm gonna have to change my rating system for you specifically because, like Dice said, like it's so clean. It all sounds great. The sound design, the mixing, all of that is top fucking notch. So now it's just about structure, and we kind of reverted back to, all right, let's do it on a klepto scale. But yeah, man, shout out, a lot of talent in there.
Shout out. That's our show for tonight. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Shout out to Mortal, shout out to Klepto, Ray Stans, Augie, Jacob, Unit, Fallen Dove, the usual crew, G Baby. Appreciate you guys. We'll be on the Discord with our usual hijinks and catch us Sunday doing this again. I believe on the 26th, Passive is reviewing Birdcage's album, so tune in for that as well. So Mortal, if you're out there watching, you can kind of get a sense of what a Passive album review would be like. But of course, like I said, if you want, me or Bird to do it, you can just ask us, let us know. So we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Adios.